That was my favorite song. Hello, and welcome to the AMA Scheduled Conflicts. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Hi.
Yay.
Hi.
Oh,
us?
boy.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Probably
so
should.
full.
I just got back from dinner. I haven't had a chance to get out of my fancy clothes.
At least you got to dress fancy.
I have Oreos. Does that count?
Hell yeah.
I can't.
Sure.
My Thanksgiving was like a month ago. Let's go.
Serena,
Don't
of
worry
course, you
about
get a hug.
Hi, Power Man. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a weird one where we're specifically talking with Chad, eh?
Yeah,
Normally,
we actually
yeah,
we
like
actually get to
clients
address our
have-
chat for once.
So used to the D&D streams being like, you guys are there, like interact, like talking in chat.
Yeah,
but
no-
no, I'm gonna say
Oh.
hi.
Serena, thanks for gifting us up to Power Man.
Let's go.
Oh boy, the D&D's, well, not quite realm.
Hi, Realm.
Also, hi realm. It's more of a D&D talk today. A lot more laid back since we're all full of turkeys and yams and all sorts of other goodies.
Oreo
What's up
cookies.
with you and the yams?
Yep, they're good.
Listen, I've been doing a lot
Sweet
of.
potatoes are awesome.
I've been stocking a lot of yams at work on the shelf. They have been like the big display item to put up. Hi TJ, hi Gug, hi Ruby, hi Scarlet.
And
Red might be joining us. I don't know what his schedule is like right now, but he looks like he's having a bit of a conflict.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
Oh,
I gotcha.
I mean, if he was here,
Oh
we'd just
shoot,
play a game
Zayda, I'm so
instead.
sorry. I forgot to turn that redeem off. That's meant for the just chatting screen.
Here, I gotcha. Snack time. There you go.
Yeah, I definitely do have a snack with me. Ale Adventures, hello Malnim. Alinim. A scheduled conflict? Scheduling conflict. I did let him know we were kind of doing this, so it was like... Listen, he had a really cool Thanksgiving setup. I saw all the food he had on the table. Oh, so good.
A lot of people there too.
Yeah. So he might have family matters and stuff to attend to.
That's fine.
I do not
It
judge him.
happens.
So for the last few weeks, we've been throwing as hard as we could at the Twitter and the YouTubes that we were having an AMA where we were gonna reflect on our all 26 episodes of scheduled conflicts, 26 whole straight weeks, well, give or take.
Still, like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow, has it been a wild ride? There's so much more to explore. So yeah, we're gonna be answering some of the questions that you guys put on Twitter. I know Malinim, you put one on YouTube. I think we'll start with that one. But if you all have any questions, comments, the chat's open. You're more than welcome to start asking us questions about just D&D in general, the show, our players, our characters, whatever you'd like to do. We are being very laid back about it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited
Hell
for some
yeah.
of these questions. Some of the ones that folks asked on Twitter were so good.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
Yeah. Let's start with the one we had on YouTube, because I'll be honest, I hardly use the community page on YouTube, so I didn't really expect much to come out of it, but Elinim asked the question, how do you prep your sessions week to week? I've never been able to run a weekly game myself, so I'm really curious about the process. Well, in order to...
So is that like...
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
Well, in order to start talking about that, we need to talk about building the entire universe.
Oh no.
It is
All right.
a monumental task to run a weekly game.
Especially for a DM.
Hell yeah.
Especially
Oh, yeah.
for one who continues to ride on the seat of his pants and have
Mhm.
I never have quite a bullet point of where the team might go next. So I really do have to play it week by week. Where it's just like, I have to kind of like somewhat anticipate what they'll do and throw things between them and that goal in the meantime. So it does end up becoming like a week to week thing where I'm just like, I'll have a day off. I'll sit down for maybe like an hour or so and just sort of flesh out the table, flesh out like ideas getting thrown at me. Like sometimes I'll just skim right through the monster stuff. And like Gallius was a very good example of just like, okay, they're going to be here for a long time, so I know a lot of the stuff I'm going to be able to throw at them. It's mostly going to be pirates. It's mostly going to be like nautical themed creatures. It's so sometimes the ideas are just handed to you. Sometimes it's just like, okay, I've literally given them 3-4 different directions they could go. At least try to have some sort of key plot point in each of them. And if they just take one, I just like scoop the rest of the ideas away and save them for later.
E.
Made a chocolate mousse pie. Oh my god.
With
I love chocolate mousse.
with a butter cookie. Homemade
Meringue
crust,
top
oh,
butter
shit.
cookie. Ah, that's so
Mhm.
good.
Cookie.
Man.
How am I hungry again? How'd that happen?
Hmm.
Especially for all the players, unless it's a
vultures.
spoiler. How did you come up with your characters? Yes, that is one of the
Ooh.
questions we've had getting thrown around. So
Yeah.
Might as well.
Who's starting?
Mine's pretty
once-
boring. I can go first.
sure.
Okay, go for it.
This is the third campaign that I've tried to run Elafi.
Tried.
Every time has been a little. The D&D campaigns that go on for longer than 5 weeks are amazing. The previous 2 Elafis were a version of Victorian Elafi. It was a Victorian setting like Earth
Ooh, okay.
bonus. And that version was the original Shadow Monk style Elafi
Mm-hmm.
that was kicked out of his clan for revealing when he protected someone else, and then he joined a carnival. That Elafi had much more of a focus on the carnival side of things.
Yeah, as opposed to this one where you took a different subclass and just rode off into the sunset with it.
Yeah. Wow, boy, did that end up working for this character. It's so much better. The second variant of Elafi, we were in a carnival. Like the whole thing was being part of a wandering band.
Oh,
So
right,
I
right.
couldn't have the carnival, like the entertainer background that I do. And so I was sitting here like, what do I have instead? So instead he went with the smuggler. And the whole thing is he uses this carnival as a way to make extra cash on the side now since he doesn't have his plan to go off of
Yeah,
anymore.
right. Amber!
And then this
Amber!
Elafi. Hi, Amber!
You won't beat me to it. You won't beat me to it. Ha
Damn it.
ha!
And then this Elafi was just a
Gosh. Sorry, go ahead.
legitimately all it was like, let's take a look. What's on the map? What's on the map? What's the spot in the south?
Oh my god, you you literally took the most remote, desolate area I built and were just like, I want to put him here. Like literally
It's
the
like-
place with the least amount of lore I have ever constructed on the map. You're just
And,
like, I'm
like,
gonna
just in
smack
it-
him right there.
And the gist of what I understood when Gob told me is that like this is vaguely where like some dead will wander sometime, like possession, and then it's just it all went from there. And Elafi is now a haunted but friendly. I don't know.
Hi, okay,
And it ended up being one of the best characters I have ever made.
And
I love that.
boy
Story-wise.
howdy, I have been working behind the scenes to make sure that some stuff you might not expect shows up.
I
I-
love being surprised.
I-
I've played too much D&D, so it's great when it happens.
Yeah, I don't take you for a person who normally gets surprised by things that happen, whether it's like streams or D&D related. So I do hope I do give you a moment like that.
Do you remember at the start of the campaign when you asked us all what we all would like to achieve at some point in this campaign.
Yes, I made sure to write
How
it
I-
down.
And I had mentioned, this is fun for the chat to know too, that I hadn't fought God or I hadn't killed God kind of thing. I have 3 different campaigns running now where that seems to be one of the main plot points, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. I
Well-
manifested it too hard.
Well, I'll have to kill God.
I gotta do it 3 times. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and let these other people talk. Y'all are wonderful. Thanks for letting me ramble for like 5 minutes.
Tora, TJ, I know
Mm.
on your channel you have gone into discussions about the characters you have had on the back burner and things of you playing. How has Tora come to life here for you?
So, Tora is the result of 2 things, and one was the characters that I was playing for years. One that I am still playing. So
we just got started, Amber.
So my previous experience with Gob as a DM was a campaign where I got to play a Turtle Barbarian, who I had a ton of fun being, and I have a Ranger Tiefling that is in the Monday game that is in its last legs. And these are both level 20 campaigns.
Yep.
So we've been in those for playing those characters for over 2 years, and despite them being different characters, they had one thing in common that really kind of started to drag on me, and that both of them were kind of fish out of water, kind of like children of nature types. So that when we got into cities, and especially higher up in the campaign where we're dealing with armies and generals and kings and officials.
We got into cities, we got into politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both characters at the same time started feeling very out of water, leaving me very little to do. Like, my barbarian, lovably dumb, I would describe, and that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But my ranger is not unintelligent, but he's in so many situations where he doesn't get to contribute that both characters kind of felt very, dumb in the wrong way. So I thought to myself,
I was tree smart, not money smart. Make me more intelligent.
So I knew I wanted to play a smart character. I knew I wanted to play a caster since I was doing 2 martial classes at the same time for 2+ years. So what inspired Tora in general, after I decided, I'm probably playing a wizard, sorcerer, or something. Tora was inspired by a few nights where I kind of hyper fixated on the old 90s magic specials that would run on TV.
Ooh, yeah.
The super produced big prop magic shows, which I loved as a kid. And so just after a few nights of nostalgia, I'm like, I would love to have a wizard that was patterned after a Vegas magician. So a lot of flash, a lot of gimmickry. I knew I didn't want the spell book. There was something in my head, I guess I had a little Yu-Gi-Oh floating in my head because I just really like the idea of dramatic card flourishes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to flavor this wizard. So not only is he just offbeat and flashy, but he's also got these big dramatic spell casts at the same time.
Oh, don't we have a reverse Uno card pose of you somewhere?
Somewhere.
If not, why haven't we done that yet?
I'll put that on my list.
So yeah, that's mostly the secret to Tora. I wanted to play a smart character, and I just really loved the showmanship of the 90s magicians.
Yeah, just a smart, really out there kind of character who while not really charisma being their main suit, can be the face of the party if need be.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Tora was inspired by Puck from Gargoyles mixed with Zelos from Slayers.
Okay, there's a little bit of Zelos in him, yes. That's mostly in just refusing to talk about himself more than anything. But also, yes, personality-wise, the theme, the tone is Puck from Gargoyles. If you never saw him, he's a classic Puck. He's traditionally a prankster and very much he enjoys the chaos of modern society.
Yeah. How about we go over to Drana? How about we go over to Ruby over here? Because I know there has been entire Reddit threads describing how this character needed to come to light.
Yeah. I am going to choose not to get into that drama again because I just got over it.
We don't need to. Just
essentially, this is the third time I am playing Drana in a campaign. The second one didn't end well. In fact, ended spectacularly badly. And the time before that, I got kicked out for calling the DM a creep. But anyway, point is, this character, I always wanted to play this character. Because originally she was supposed to be a nun who had like this dark secret that she was a werewolf when she was originally Path of the Lycan, but now she's a she's a pirate disguised as a nun who also happens to be a vampire, but is kind of ashamed of her vampire heritage, despite now giving into it slowly but surely. I made this shift due to, well, first of all, the other character just not fitting in the world, and plus I fell in love with Gob's Pirate City when he told me about it.
yes, the wonderful city of Gallius, which now you are in charge of.
Technically.
Technically.
Yeah, that was interesting. And I am so looking forward to seeing how that plays out.
Oh, I mean, word's gonna get around fast, and when the name Pirate Queen starts getting thrown about, that kind of cred goes a long way.
Yeah.
Makes
It's
me nervous about the other bounty hunters we're gonna see.
Man, I can't wait for Drana to start abusing that power.
Oh no, I'm just thinking when the Pirate Queen wanted poster comes out, what was the guy's name we fought last session?
Slambo.
Lambo.
Yeah, Slambo. Slambo's like, I think I slammed that person once.
She was worth that much.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so I switched up a few things, and I really want to make a barbarian with a trash con stat. So I did. I did.
It's like,
Still don't understand why, but you know what? Go for
it. It doesn't always have to be about like optimization. It could just be like, cause I want to.
I'm going to say this. My character is optimized for their classes currently. They weren't optimized for Barbarian, but they sure as hell are optimized for Bloodhunter Cleric. Because
Bloodhunter Cleric is such a fun mix.
Yeah, right? And the thing is that both casting stats are wisdom based. So
Yes.
It just makes all the sense to me. Anyway, sorry. I don't think I have much else to say. Yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. But just know that there are YouTube videos and Reddit threads about the drama that my previous campaign caused.
So those are things y'all can explore in your own adventures.
Yeah, it's not going to be explored here.
No. What is going to be explored is pain.
Hey, my boy. Oh,
how'd your boy come to be?
Well, it was a combination of things. To start off with, I had previously played. This is actually the second Dompier that I've played. The first was a character named Ophelia Reinhessen, and for those of you that follow Dr. Crafty and were familiar with his D&D series, Champions Challenge, you know that I played that character. And I really, really loved playing a Dompier. There was a lot of things that I could do. There was a lot of lore behind it that I really liked. And vampires are just my favorite monsters in general, so I really wanted to continue playing that.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, like, there's a little bit of IRL reasons as to why Payne is the way that he is. And it does have to do with the fallout of what happened with Champions Challenge, and partially because of like how it got canceled. I'm not going to get into it here because like that's a whole other can of worms, and that's, you know, not
Similar
something
to
that I
my
feel
situation.
Yeah, it's a bit similar to Ruby's situation, but it's more so like, you know, there was
Drama.
yeah. Again, I'm not going to get into it, but it left me in a mental state where I was just absolutely devastated, and it was at that point where not only did I start hanging out with Gob and like hanging out with you know, his crew and everything.
Cookie
But
collabers.
it's also
It's the whole
Yeah.
group of dorks.
Oh my god, it's
hey!
Red!
Hey,
Red.
So glad you could make it. Welcome in.
Yes. One sec.
You take your time. I'll buy you
We
some.
haven't
Don't
even
worry.
cycled through the first question. You were here effectively on time.
Hey, yes. Sorry.
All right, so where was I? It was not only the time that I actually started hanging out with Gob. It was also the time that like I started getting some mental help. So really just kind of like diving deep into a lot of like personal issues and dealing with emotions and things like that, confronting some things. And usually when it comes to grief, I like to dive into the edge a bit. One of the first characters that I started with when I started like dealing with such intense like negative emotions was I started like diving into characters like Shadow the Hedgehog. That was literally like the first character I started with. So I wanted to have a character that had the similar kind of edge as he did, but still have it to a point where it was like, no, there's actual depth to this character. He's not just a joke. Like, yeah, he is absolutely like a jab at the edgy tropes, and I still wanted to have like the edgy characteristics for him. Like the mysterious rogue is a classic. The mysterious past, not knowing who he is, all that good stuff. But I also wanted him to have like an actual bit of depth to his character. Like there's an actual fear of not knowing who you are and where you stand, not only within like your place in the world, but literally like within your own head. Like, who the fuck am I? You know? And basically, like, I wanted to play that straight, but I also wanted to make sure that there was a line that I could like kind of balance between, because like I really like trying my hand at making edgy characters just in general. It's just, they're fun characters to play. There's an art to actually making them work, and I like kind of showcasing how to actually make them work. So
I just read over here 1 second.
no, you're good,
You
you're
can keep
good.
talking.
So that's basically like the basis of where I came up with like the characterization for Payne. Everything else, I did a lot of research into
Here we go.
like what I have a theme with each of my characters that I play for D&D. Each and every single one of them, excluding the other ones that are for different TTRPG titles, are named after a brand of alcohol or cocktail or some other kind of alcoholic reference. Payne is a kind of like mishmash of the same whiskey that I found, but just kind of switching the words around to make it actually sound more like a proper name. And I wanted it to be the edgiest as it possibly could be, just so that I could get these guys to cringe. And I'm so happy that I succeeded.
When
I'm
the
so glad.
when the party first found out that your name was Payne on episode 1.
Oh,
Sweet.
no, I found out beforehand because God wanted me and Payne to have a connected backstory. That didn't end up happening, but we're
Says-
connected anyway.
You say that
Are
now.
you sure about that?
I'm not gonna dive into what I know, but like the other thing too is that I wanted to make sure that like he had some secrets. There was another character that I had before him that also had some personal secrets that she didn't share with the rest of the party, and that whole thing kind of fell apart with spectacular fashion. And like I wanted to try again with that kind of angle, and I wanted to make sure that like any mistakes that I had made in the previous game I could rectify here. And I'm very thankful that the Gob and I have been as communicative as we have been, especially with what it is that's actually going on behind the scenes. So
we try to make our characters come to life, just how we're trying to bring a robot to life. How about you, Joust? How'd your character come to be?
Oh, yes. Well, I've always juggled with the idea of, if you know me, I like science fiction. That's for sure. That's one thing I love a lot. And how do you put that into a world of, medieval-esque fantasy is the best way to say it. So that's why I love the Eberron setting. That's always the idea where, quote unquote Warforge, but we chose Gearforge for certain reasons, of course, hashtag, not our brand. And I always love that idea of like, it's, that way off science fiction, futuristic, like time machine-esque fashion of a creature that's made of metal that somehow can come to life. So I've always loved them from that. But I juggled with the idea as originally he was going to be a complete joke. More than a joke than he already was. He was supposed to be an Elvis impersonating,
I remember those drawings. Oh my god, he had a pompadour and everything.
He did have a pompadour and everything like that, and then we kind of went back and forth with the guy. He's like, all right, I like it, but can we not make it so stupid? And I was like, oh,
those were not my exact words.
Well, it was like, that's cute. Let's put a pin in that. Now do it better. And I was like, better, eh?
I had to like establish up front, like, listen, we do have technology in this world. We have mechs and like cars and stuff. It's in this place, and your quote unquote people are built for war and soldiering.
Right.
They're not really like the comic relief built sort of things.
Yes, it wasn't so comic relief, and then I came with just back and forth, and then I just came up with the idea. Well, mostly me and Gob came up with most of the details in it, but we kind of fashioned around of just like, a character that could be, a mix between the Iron Giant, Data, and a Warforge, just all in one, and then Joust kind of came to be, and now we're really just kind of establishing what he really is as like a person. So it's good to like really see, like, because normally people are like, oh, I have this deep backstory and I don't even know who I am, and I'm like, I do not know who I am. Hi, Payne, how are you? So it's kind of like
amusing to me that we have two amnesiacs in the party.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And you guys play it so differently.
It's so differently. Yeah, it's just like, it's a very good duality of like, oh, like somebody who's like, I don't even know who I am, and I'm like, I was built this way. I am a good boy.
The Gear Forge were not built to handle pompadours.
Yeah, the pompadour was far too powerful. So, and then I thought, well, I still want it to be funny. But what about a powdered wig?
They couldn't handle pompadours, but they could handle glitch.
They came out with that, but it came from that, and it's just, I really love the idea of that character, of just somebody who's just come to life, like a Pinocchio-esque like character of like finding who and really what they are as a person, and just this idea of like, oh yeah, what about Iron Giant meets Pinocchio, and I'm like, I like that. And it came from that, but yeah, it just kind of hash-mashed into Joust that we all know and love. And the name Joust, it was an anagram, because I always like to have like a name have some sort of meaning, and I'm like, all right, I gotta write this down. So for about maybe a whole day and a half, I was just doing a bunch of names like Frank, like kind of anagram it out. I had 2-3 sheets, and I was just scratching them out like, no.
Red was literally building 2x4 technology from Kids Next Door.
It's exactly it. It was that. It was I had a jar of mustard. I had an old toaster, and I had a gun. And I was like, how can I turn this into a gun? Don't worry, I can make you a stick of I can make you a pipe bomb with a stick of dynamite and a 2x4.
One of the things that like I always ask people whenever they actually start getting into the show and they start like watching it is like I always ask them like, okay, which character do you resonate with most, or which character do you like most? And 95% of the time that I've asked, the answer has always been Joust.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's
I
right.
love it. And I'm just like, really? I am the jokey like person.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that's supposed to lift
One of
everyone up.
One
And
of
it's
the things
so
that
cool.
one of the things that my friend Nate, which by the way, if, Nate, if you're watching this,
Hi, Nate. Love you.
One of the things that he had mentioned was that it's the way that you do the voice, in that not only like do you keep it like in that monotone,
Yes,
like that classic
natural.
robotic monotone, but you also still manage to keep him very, very expressive.
Mhm.
In through describing his actions and how you choose to
Right. It's like
inflect
the
each of those
design we
monotonic
came
lines.
up with was like, I
Yeah.
wanted to be like, it's not like, it's not like Data from Star Trek with the whole face. It's a robot essentially. How do you make it expressive and just lovely? All that art and stuff that has been made of it was just like, yes, well, and it's like it's got to be in the eye.
Yeah,
You got to do it in the eyes, but
it's
I
also
love
it's also
that.
body language too, and you really
Mhm.
describe that very well. And it's interesting because like anytime that Joust does speak, I can always imagine what it is that he's doing with
Mhm.
the rest of his body whenever he starts talking. Like
Mhm.
he's much more animated than he actually like lets on,
Right,
or
yeah.
that like
It's
he seems
very
to be.
talking with your hands-esque type of
Yeah,
character.
exactly.
That's what I love, and that's how I play my bards, essentially, because I am a bard player through and through. That's
Yeah.
the way to describe it, and it's just like, okay, well, he has to express himself that he wants to express himself through his body language, because he doesn't have the facial features and natural panache that most other bards, like Toro or all these other charismatic characters. I'm just like, well, I'm just a robot. Hello, hello. Howdy do, fellow gangsters. Just like, what are we doing? Taking down a pirate king? Oh, yippee skippy. Just like,
I am constantly reminded of the fan art we got from Dragon Din, where it's just
Oh,
you
God.
throwing the
Yeah.
confetti on Tora, just going, congratulations. There it is. There it is.
That's the one.
That's the one. I love it. And it's just
Perfect
like,
timing.
wow.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's such a good one. And it's just, the great artists and all the fans out there that just do such good like art of it. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I love it.
Hey,
I love
Monster
it.
King.
Monster King.
Monster
Hey,
King!
what?
Just got
So
done
boy.
talking about our players and our characters, how they all came to
Yeah.
be.
We have managed to spend half an hour on one question. We are so good at this.
Wonderful. 6 questions here on Twitter to go.
Whatever. God. Oh.
Oh, I love
Better
it. I
go.
love that we get to
Fun.
talk like
fun.
this. I love it.
Mhm.
Atsumori,
Ah.
our good
Our
old buddy
boy.
Atsu.
That's it.
He has a question for the DM and question for the player. For the DM, what is an aspect of your campaign setting that you want everyone to know about?
Ooh.
Mhm.
The thing I want people to know about the land of Eos is that it is larger than life. The scale is supposed to be tremendous. You're supposed to look at the world's tallest mountain, see a silhouette of a giant from wherever you are in the world, and be like, that is literally a god looking down on us.
Mm-hmm. It definitely feels like that as we're traveling. Like, wow,
Yeah.
we are literally scratching the pinky nail of where the hell we are in this world. Like, whoa.
This is not the tip of the iceberg. This is just
No.
a
This
This
is the
is the
leaf
tip
the
of
ant
the
is
tip.
crawling over right now.
Yeah,
this
like
is an ice shaving, is what it is.
like each of these countries is literally run by a living god. Like they have the power to back that up, that claim
Mhm.
of divinity.
Oh, yeah.
and
Just the tip.
all of the origin stories that make it up. Like, this world was nothing before they showed up. Like, it was just a pile of primordial energies just stirring, and then they just ended up here one day and made something of it.
And then they all came together to say, "Let our powers combine."
Except they stopped for a while, and now they're all kind of like bickering and fighting amongst each other.
So it's Olympus. Love it.
Yes,
Mhm.
it is.
Yeah.
It is Olympus on a world scale.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
And
Here
I
is
think
James
that
just
is
throwing
probably
his
the
big
best way to
cock around.
describe my world is Olympus on a
What?
world scale.
Oh, for sure, sure.
I
Uh,
heard that, Scarlet.
Oh no!
What?
Why?
It's free real estate.
Help.
This actually gives me a good chance to bring something up here.
Yes.
We're gonna just take the move that. Start moving this big old map of Eos to the center here because
Oh wow, who did
Atsumori
that?
also has a question for the players
Uh-huh.
involving the map.
Oh.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
No, you're not. You're
Uh,
red.
Question to the players:
Oh my
Where
God,
where
that's-
on the map are you really wanting to go, and where you really want to avoid?
Where is Carmen Sandiego?
I'm happy to go first. 'Cause mine
Sure.
would be,
Go
again,
for it.
straightforward. Elafi. Well, no, Elafi doesn't care too
Oh.
much where we end up. I myself,
Put it in
Gerd,
perspective, we're in this little top portion up here in the north where it says Morrowhaven. We went from the little pirate town up there, and then now we're here at Morrowhaven.
So,
And yeah, for those who don't know, definitely the map was made by one of our great artist friends. Yeah.
Actually, I designed the map, and Hexalia was the one who helped punch it up and made it look very pretty.
Yeah.
wonderful.
Anyway, go ahead,
Love-
Gerg. I'm sorry.
Can you
Both are
scroll
amazing
all the
artists.
way to the bottom of the map? You know exactly where we're going. I already mentioned
Yeah.
That this little island in the middle of nowhere. What about
I
it?
would love
MacGuffin
to
Island.
bring the party to Elafi's house in the Whispering Coast.
Over here in
my
Water's Edge.
goodness.
Mm-hmm. Elafi probably still like owns a house there. We haven't got over the
Does he
details,
pay
but
rent?
He's a homeowner. He's not
Hey,
renting.
He has
He's
to
not a
pay
condo.
rent to the ghosts.
who lives in the
obviously.
Whispering Coast?
Your family.
No, they don't. Elafi's house that he has in the Whispering Coast is where he's lived for approximately the past 20 years, just before this particular.
during his
Incident happened.
self-exile.
Excursion.
Yep. The carnival bit was fun, but that was only like 60 years of his 80-year exile. I mean, 20 years of
yeah.
just chilling in the Whispering Coast. And then the possession happened, and that's what spurred him to explore the world again,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
as he wasn't exploring it for himself.
Well, I mean,
It's the
once
whole
you get
thing.
that post midlife crisis, you know, you gotta find some things to do, you know.
And as for where we don't want to go, if you scroll over to Duredderall,
Yes.
The Hollow Highlands
Oh, Highlands.
in the capital,
Somewhere-
the dwarven capital city of Durandaral.
somewhere in these highlands is a very, very sneaky furball tribe.
Ooh.
And it would be very, very sad if Elafi spotted his family,
Oh no.
because that would suggest that they've been found out and that things have been hard for them, and that'll make me sad.
Hmm. Those are definitely two blips on the map. Tora.
So the Hollow Highlands, right?
Uh-huh.
So about
you,
that.
you mean the very tough, burly place for tough, burly people? It's like the salty spittoon of the world.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
far,
yeah.
How tough
Because
am
just-
I?
like me, just as like, since there's a storyteller in my brain too that just loves like the world building that goes around mountainous people. 'Cause they have to be built so much tougher and hardier than just the standard fare you turn into. I'm always interested in how those are developed and what their lifestyle is like in different D&D worlds.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm sorry, Alafi. I want to go there.
That's fine.
I want to go.
We have some conflicting interests here.
The hilarious part is that as long as we stick to the roads, Alafi will not give a single fuck.
All right, well, we got a rock, paper, scissors for it. Where we go next, of course.
Once, twice, shoot.
I mean, we're dealing with a certain lycanthropy first, right? That's the plan.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
We'll,
figure
It's
it
not like
out.
I've only been
burn
known
that
to
bridge
bite
when we
wizards'
get there.
heads off or anything.
That's fine. He'll get
Which
over
is
it
a
with
threat.
counseling.
You've got medicine. You're okay.
For a month.
I mean, we get that as the place to go.
For where not to go, there's the Torah brain that really doesn't want to go back to Elias.
Ah, yes, the wonderful peninsula of Elias.
Mm-hmm. But also, I'm super curious about what chaos will ensue if that happens. I think me as a player, I'm starting to become far more nervous about our seemingly inevitable venture to Falling Fire, because it just seems like that is coming up as the problem in most of our situations.
All roads lead to Falling Fire, the cradle of the world.
For sure.
It's the oncoming inevitability, but at the same time, it's like we're
Yeah,
building up a lot of reasons not to be there.
Yeah,
And
very
yet,
true.
Maybe Slambo will give us a tour.
Oh yes, Lambo's coming to give you the s'more treatment in Fallen Fire.
Saikuno,
Yeah.
hello. Would you rather all songs exist, but they're only performed
What
by
a name.
Nickelback, or only one song exists from Nickelback and all others are made their own cover to it?
Oh, I see.
God.
I see. So you already heard Joust's Christmas album. I get you. Look at this photograph.
No!
It is
Listen, so,
very,
listen.
very
So long as
good.
Weird Al Yankovic has a Nickelback cover,
Hey.
I think we're cool.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Yeah, Fire Falling
I
right next to
appreciate
Gravity
this.
Falls. hmm
Mm-hmm.
I'm also curious,
Good show.
Joust, as like considering like you're essentially the blank slate of the party. Does he really have an
Yeah.
interest at where you guys go next, or where things you want to avoid?
Well, as in the beginning, you always asked, what do you like we should know about what you're doing. But as a character, I wanted to be like, oh no, he knows nothing except for the little stuff in his programming about Fallen Fire that he is remembering mostly. Like, he's got it in there, but it's just like every place is unique and everything is funny. He's like, oh boy, they have a building. How nice. Like, he loves it, but he's seen like the map of the world, and the one thing he's curious is about Stratos. How do they live in a big tree?
Ah, Stratos.
Yeah, he is just like, oh boy, are they
Yep.
all bird people? I hope they are all bird people.
a real fairy tale esque setting
Yes,
that
a
is.
very and if he could, yeah, he definitely is. He wants to go back, of course. It's like something just wants him to go back to Fallen Fire. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you know that you've never been to, you know, where you came from. And he's like, I don't remember where I was born. Basically, it's like, you were born in, you know, blah blah blah, and he's like, well, I've never been there. Like, obviously he has, but he knows extremely well that it is very extremely dangerous for everyone. But it's like all the answers that he wants to know are there. But the one place, if he could pick anything, would probably Autumnburn or Stratos. One of the two there has really caught his attention. He's like, that seemed.
So yeah, these would be like basically the edges
Mhm.
between Everspire and the Hollow Highlands. At least as far as
Right.
the ruling party of Hollow Highlands is.
Right. Yeah, and those are the ones he would be extremely about, because he seems like, wow, they seem so far off and so weird and so different than Fallen Fire. It's like, oh wow, it's just like gonna be this more open, very secluded place, whereas Fallen Fire is connected but still closed off to the world. Like, it seems like, oh wow, like a lot of things could be happening there, and maybe he could be accepted, even though like his kind of most likely never ever seen that place, or if anything are like not very uncommon, just like Joust. It's just like, oh boy, I'll stick out like a sore thumb.
Hey, thanks for the gifted sub, Nymph.
Hey, thank you.
69, nice.
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 What about you, Drana?
Well, as a player and as a character are two completely different answers.
You are welcome to answer them as both.
Okay. Well, as a player, the place I actually want to go the most is actually Cape Carnival.
Cape
over
Carnival,
in-
yes.
Yeah.
Essentially the one port city of the Hollow Highlands.
Oh.
Oh God, really? You started a hype train?
Hype train!
Boy,
Hope we're doing well.
note to
Thank you.
There we go.
note to self: never
Oh, no.
have Monster King and Nymph pair up because they support me like a nerd. You know that means I have to drink the buffalo soda, right?
Yep.
God damn it!
Buffalo
Hopefully
soda.
that was
Thanksgiving.
right?
Oh
It
God.
could be good. You never know.
Ruby, ara.
The cacophony of our auras.
Era.
The pain.
Ara.
Let's go.
Oh wait, I should do the just ara ara.
It's so funny.
Also, I didn't notice my reactive was mismatched. Hang on.
I had the same thing too. I was like, oh man, I had it mixed
Oh my
up.
God, it's TJ.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Who are you and what have you done with Tora?
Oh
It's
my
just an illusion
side.
spell. Still me.
Pay no attention to the
Wait,
man
you can
behind the
absolutely
mask.
do that in game. That's
You
so
could.
funny.
So yeah, we got Cape Carnival.
But the reason why is because I'm curious where the fuck that goblin got that swill from. Because he said it was from over there.
He said it was from
That's-
Carnival.
That sounds very good. Yeah.
And then
Oh my
there was-
goodness.
Oh my God, Nev!
Hi.
Thank
So
you
much hype.
so much.
Amber turning me into a bag.
Do you want me to turn into a bag too?
Oh boy,
that,
we
that-
back
that
in
is
the
that
night.
is your choice and your choice alone. I am not here to tell you what to do.
Okay.
Anyway, and a place I'm not that interested in going is probably the desert, to be perfectly honest.
Ah, the desert,
Yeah.
right beside
The
Stratos
desert
and the
with
Drinking Gorge.
Mm.
There's
There-
clearly something in the middle there.
Well, I get it. I know Drana's thirsty,
as
but
far
we
as
get it.
legends go, there used to be a city there.
Ooh, that sounds mysterious.
That's where we find good magic items. That's
Ooh.
what that
Now
is.
I want to go to the desert. God damn it.
Well, you got a
I
lot of
really
walking
wanna-
to do.
I really want to go there and then just make the Spaceballs joke. All right, we're coming to the desert. I'm trying, but I don't have a big comb. I'm doing the best I
The
can,
only-
Drana.
God,
The worst
Nymph
part
and
about going
Monster
to a
King are a
desert-
freaking tag team. God damn it!
Yeah.
Those two alone can confirm every hype train. And I'm scared.
probably.
I'm scared of it. Nev!
Oh, no.
Hype it up. Hype it up.
Man, look at all the
Just
good
keeps
beans you
going and
got.
going.
Keep going.
That jar is exclusively yours at this point.
Anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and so then for Drana wants to go to Skylysium.
Skylysium.
Yeah.
Essentially inspired by London Bridge back when they had actual buildings on top of it, except scaled up by like a lot.
See, when you described Skylysium to me, my immediate thought was Piltover and Zon.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then probably the place she doesn't want to go. Honestly, I don't know. She's very gearing for adventure due to the fact that she's, on a pilgrimage, more or less.
And a pirate queen, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta add those titles. We gotta get those titles up. One title's not enough.
Yeah, so by the end of this, she's going to have the same title as Daenerys Targaryen. From Game of Thrones.
or Gurg, like that long title in that freaking Shoot His Blood and Teeth.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Fucking. Don't even get me started on knights.
Yeah,
Stupid
no.
pompous bastards.
Don't get me started. Can you repeat? I wish they did that as the whole health bar. It was just blocking it the whole time. That would have been so great. Just a huge thing. I love it. I love it.
God, I just looked up the title for her, and Jesus Christ,
Mhm.
it gets so long by the end of that.
Oh, Nip, thanks for the
fucking
hydrate.
series.
I'll
Anyway,
be hydrating with something else soon.
Mhm.
Yes.
but yeah, so those are my locations.
But how about you, Pain?
That's the thing, is that, like, Payne's got his own prerogative on where it is he wants to go and where it is he wants to avoid. Whereas me, I don't have any places I want to avoid. I want to explore everything. But there are some, like, key places that I want to explore the most. There's a Lays, so sorry, Tora. I really want to go there. Feywild stuff
folks.
is my
Oh,
jam.
I definitely want to go there too. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to see what happens when we go over in that direction, and also just to see, like, what happens when Tora's past comes back to bite him. That's always fun.
Thank you.
I really want to see Tor get his comeuppance.
I really want to take him down a peg.
Oh,
Really like your
Whoa.
character. I really like your character. You know what they need to do? Suffer.
Burn.
Hey, I make my character suffer too, so at least they're suffering together.
Nah,
So there you
nah,
go. One of the other places I really want to visit at some point is Falling Fire. Payne absolutely wants to avoid this place at all costs because he absolutely does not like the gods in general.
Oh, yeah.
And this is where Payne differs from Ophelia, like stark contrast. Ophelia was absolutely a devotee to the goddess of light, because it was a different context at that point. But for Payne, absolutely not. Has no favor for any of the gods, like, whatsoever. He lives basically on that bridge, seeing the fights between Keen and Kong, and he's just like, this is so fucking stupid.
Like, why?
Like, why? Y'all are so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
But
Justice is like, wait, let them fight.
Wait, let them
It's
cook.
pretty cool. Let them
Let them
cook.
cook.
I don't get it, but I like it.
So Payne would absolutely want to avoid that place. I also really want to explore it personally. So if it gets to a point where we're basically forced to go to Falling Fire, I'm not gonna have any complaints. But
Mhm.
Payne
will.
absolutely is gonna go kicking and screaming.
Yeah, Monster King,
Uh,
I don't know, but I think you're catching up to Nordic.
Yeah, it's up there.
Let's see.
It's a
Let's
lot.
see. One of the other places that I really want to go to, and I think Payne wants to go to as well, is the Reigning Vale.
Ah,
'Cause, like,
yes.
He's also very interested in some of the things that have been happening with the House of Camelot and with all the freaking vampire politics that have been going on. Just trying to kind of, like, figure out this whole mystery behind this prophecy, and just figure out, like, what's going on over there? How can we deal with that? And
So-
see if we can find any clues on Drana's parents.
So that would be like the one place Drana is kind of avoiding because she knows there's a fucking trap there set by the
Yeah.
other
Oh, yeah.
vampire houses.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's
Oh,
yeah.
clearly
Yeah.
walking into a hornet's nest. Like same with Fallen Fire, but it's gonna be like, oh wow, bees, and then Fallen Fire, robot bees. It's like, oh look, robot bees.
Like,
Ah.
oh no, I was prepared for bees because I knew there would be bees here. F!
Oh
Yeah,
my god!
bro.
All-time record shattered.
Record,
Really?
Nice.
The all-time record?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Holy crap, thank you guys.
You know what we have to say? Combo breaker.
That was a last minute snipe. That was well
Oh my
timed.
god.
Damn.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, not the
the
bees.
very last place that I would really, really, really want to go is Sky Elysium as well. I
Yeah.
really want to see this whole world that you built for
Yeah.
Payne to live in,
Stop
and I
your
really
stomping
want to
grounds.
see. Yeah, I
Mhm.
want to go through my stomping grounds, and I want to see, like, I want to hear the descriptions of, like, how you describe the city on top and the abyss below.
Yes.
Like,
I want to see
that
the
is
stark
so cool.
contrast between the worlds. Yes.
Yes.
I want to see Piltover v Zon. I want to see that.
Yes. So
Give me
good.
that.
Give me some Arcane. I've been listening to like the Arcane soundtrack since.
Oh hell yeah!
So it's just like yes. So those are my places. I don't really have any places personally that I don't really want to go to. So yeah, that's basically it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Basically, throw the dartboard and we're gonna see it. But you'll have to tune in to find out on it. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. 176 subs. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Oh my God.
you're still a long way from Nordics.
Oh.
No,
Well, you know what they have to be?
No-
We're on
Nordic
King
was the
Fight Fit.
absolute maniac who was dropping 50s
Ooh.
back in her
Just drop 100.
heyday.
Ooh,
gosh.
my.
Yeah, but she would do it regularly.
Yeah, fair.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Kirk seems different than usual.
Gob?
And Gob.
No, Gob.
I mean,
Gob, you seem different than usual. Did you go?
I guess he's a little flat.
do you ever feel like a paper bag?
Sometimes I
speak-
feel like a bit of plastic drifting through
Speaking
the
of
wind.
speaking of Monster
Sophie,
King
you're just
over
in
there.
time.
Hey Sophie, did I miss the Q&A? Nah,
Hey,
you're just 2 questions down.
Yeah.
You still got
Don't
plenty
worry.
more to do.
Before we move on to the next question,
We can put this on YouTube.
there's a way to turn this question on its head. Gob,
Ooh.
where do you want to take us? Where is your most interesting spot
Oh
for
yeah.
us?
You
That-
can gasp.
that those are very good questions. As the
It's basically
as
the
the
same
eternal
question, just asking
boss
the
music
GM.
shows up,
Why do I hear
As-
boss music?
Why do we hear this? Why do
like
we
the
hear
Sephiroth-esque boss music.
This
Why
one,
would
Gob
you-
just goes, I'll show you where I want to take you. Roll for initiative. Slam on the wrist.
Oh man, but
gonna take you to
you know,
early
for-
grade.
for all the places I've fleshed out, I think a better way to ask this is, what do I think you're prepared for? And
Ooh.
the answer is, there are many things you're not prepared for, which is half the reason why I want to take you there.
Yeah. Take us
two
there.
two of
I
the
wanna
big
go
ones.
there.
Two of the big ones I would love to see you do is, of course, the Hollow Highlands,
Oh yeah.
because that is essentially going into the level cap zone. It's like going into
Oh, man, are we
PvP in
going from-
RuneScape.
So we're going from like original Goldshire to like Plague Lands. Oh no.
Ano-
Placid Lands.
Another one I would really like to see you explore is the Glowing Isles, because that is essentially
Oh.
this world's high fantasy,
That's what I would.
where
love
it
to
is
go
like
to.
everything
Feywild, that's-
everything is magic. Everything.
We do have to go there to turn in Tora's acceptance letter, so that is happening.
True.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to have a school arc, and everyone's going to have uniforms.
I want. Oh,
Oh, no.
yay!
I just
Ranma.
heard Scarlet's gears turn.
Ranma,
Do
keeping
you
the hype
know
going.
how
Let's
old
go.
the Laffy is? What do you mean putting a Laffy in school?
It'll be
It's a
very
oh,
Put a
you know,
Laffy in robes.
Alafi's totally gonna be that one anime where the guy has no magic, but he uses his fists and physical power more to make it look like he's doing magic. Like, whoa, that guy's such a good wizard. He's like,
I mean,
yeah,
Oh
totally.
man. Hold on. Can I gush about my character just a little bit more?
Oh yeah,
I
how
mentioned
great
before that, like last session, Gob asked some very pertinent questions, and I just casually offhanded went like, "Oh yeah, I used to be Way of Shadow." The original Alafi was the Way of Shadow,
Mhm.
and part of how I did this is him giving up his clan was also giving up that monk fighting style, thus explaining why Alafi's such a low level, despite I feel
God,
very.
love
I
sorry for
would
having
be
Gob.
stronger if I was using my Shadow Monk powers.
Yeah, whatever. If I could unlock the 8th gate, you'd see how strong I am. Whatever. Like,
But there's a small part of me that wants to take like the shadow touch feat so I can cast like darkness or do some other shenanigans with it,
oh,
right?
that'd be cool.
Because having
Yeah.
that extra touch of shadow shenanigans would be very fun. It's on the list of things I might get
Would
later.
it totally be like ninjutsu, like yeah, like,
That is basically what the monk shadow path is.
that
so.
is pretty much. I would.
I'm now a JoJo ninja. Let's go.
As for
Then
like
you can't multi-class into the same class.
as for like the flip of that, where the places I as the GM want you to avoid, whatever's not prepared.
The desert.
Oh yeah, hey, that place with no names in the middle of the desert. How you feeling about that?
Whatever's whatever. Well, no, I'm actually ready for that one.
Ooh.
Just
Don't
whichever
tell me it's gonna be like
whichever
somewhere in the
land is the
Coast.
least world built, and I'm not going to tell you that because I know you're immediately going to try to beeline there.
We're not gonna be like
No.
Western
Here-
Coast. You're
Down, right
fine.
down.
Odds are it would
There's
be
nothing
odds are it would be
there.
Everspire
Ah.
There.
because that is essentially the last remaining remnants of the Kingdom of Dragons. And while it's like, yes, it has deep lore, the world building has not been kind to it yet. I'll say yet.
Well, I mean, where we are in the map into there, we'd have to go either.
It's literally the
a
opposite side of the
long time-
continent.
What if we went the other way, like Skies Arcadia, but the world isn't brown? Oh, let's see that.
Like I said, you're only dealing with a continent right now. There's other lands across at the edges of this map.
Oh man, don't tell us we have to go sail to the west.
Swear to
Hey,
God.
wait a
no,
minute.
no.
That's season 2.
Season.
Let's not get,
God.
We'll
let's not get ahead of
we'll
ourselves.
finish the rest of the map next season. To be fair, though, I did give you a hint that there were lands away with the God of War.
Yeah.
Just like he is a banished god, so he is off the map.
Yeah. He basically
Doesn't mean he's
moved
not
everywhere.
worshipped.
Doesn't mean he's not worshipped. He's just not worshipped here anymore.
I don't know. We just got a long distance call from him. Got it. Got it.
Oh yeah. Atsu King over here dropped a question too.
Ooh.
What have been some of your guys' favorite funny or like favorite moments, just flat moments from the campaign so far?
Can I go first?
Please.
I think everyone knows where I'm going with this.
Probably.
Go ahead.
The carrying the carriage under the boat.
Yeah.
we have fan art of that too by Dragonton.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like because part of me is just like, I can't believe you're actually doing that.
I mean, we have cranes for that reason, Drana. No.
like literally the deckhand just being like, hey, just pointing to the crane.
Drana just wrenching their back, using no legs, just like lifting this thing. Oh, I love that part. I love that part. And what did we do? We forgot it again.
It's still on the boat.
It's
Okay,
still on the
good.
boat somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting repaired.
Oh
How about you,
I've
Tora?
got one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Jeez, I'm so bad at remembering like little moments and things like that.
Doesn't have to be a little moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You know, like the charge up Gallius was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
An entire city on its entire town on fire as we're climbing to the top.
Oh, thank you all so much for the level 7 hype train.
Wow.
That's
Level
the
I,
Level
Level
seven.
seven.
I'm
Holy
now
shit.
going to get the buffalo soda. Please continue.
Buffalo soda.
Your mention of Gallius leads into what's probably mine. It's kind of a small thing, but fighting the basilisk when
Oh.
he turns and hits Alafi with a stunning strike, and I roll the high save, and then immediately turn and hit him with a stunning strike, and he fails it. Oh, just
Okay.
like the basilisk being like this high level scary guy, and Alafi gets a moment where it's like, I've been around longer than you've been.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll take you down, brother.
I've got one that's also Gallius related.
All right, but first
it
let me
also
drink
ties
this
in-
soda.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh no.
Which
Oh,
one
no.
is this? This is a
Buffalo
Buffalo.
Wing soda. Buffalo Wing.
Buffalo.
Ooh.
I got me my.
And
my
if
anger.
the rest of them are to go by, they douse these with a lot of cane sugar. So it's gonna be weirdly sweet for what it's trying to accomplish. All right.
No.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, you hear that glug?
You know what? It's not bad.
Let's go.
Lies.
Let's go.
Lies.
Lies and
it's-
slander.
It's like it's got the spicy tinge, like I can feel it burning my throat. But it got drowned in sugar. The taste got drowned in sugar.
Definitely not as bad as it could have been. From what I've heard, you've had some
You had some.
It's
hair
almost
raised
like a
ones,
spicy orange soda.
Yeah. Wow.
spicy
Ooh.
orange. That's
Interesting.
weird.
That's very
Like I don't like I get like they're trying to like I don't know how they're trying to emulate a meaty flavor, but it's like it flipped. They added so much
It's
cane
got
sugar
that
into it. It's
umami.
turned into like this like this fruity umami.
Ooh.
Oh. Mm.
Ugh.
That being said, I do have a backup orange soda just in case.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, so
You
Scarlet,
sure you
what
didn't
were you?
accidentally drink that?
I haven't opened that one yet. Scarlet.
All right, so I do want to tie in a little bit of the Gallius arc.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just with both TJ and Gerg. My favorite was probably the Nat 20 deception that Tora helped Pain out with.
Oh yeah, the one that
Ooh.
superseded an entire conflict
Yep.
and moved it right onto the thing.
Like
Yep.
that
I was just like, this is right there.
Gallius was built to be a 3-tiered like dungeon encounter, like level.
Mhm.
And like sure, I built it to be this moment where you can try to talk it out with freaking Calabaster,
Alabaster.
but you pulled it off so well, above and beyond what I ever expected you to pull off. Not only did you deceive him, but you have essentially led him to your last big bad encounter with Thistlehawk.
And he
I
may
mean,
or may not
And
be
as
dead.
far as you know, he's off his way to go there.
Yeah.
It's
Why did I
probably going to be
randomly
bad
get
for
XP?
him.
Why did I randomly get XP?
Depending on how big the XP pool is, you'll know which enemy died.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we suddenly see a
Um,
big ping on
Makes
our
me
thing.
think of
Oh.
the one dungeon from Bloodborne. Anyway,
Oh, yeah,
So they're just
yeah.
like, oh hey, I leveled up.
Hey, look at that.
I just wake up one day and well, how do I know 6 spells now?
I think I've got one more favorite moment.
Yeah.
And this one's like exclusively mine. The whole keel hauling.
The,
Like-
Oh,
the
yeah,
keel
that
haul
scene
moment, that was
brutal.
Like-
Yeah.
That was nuts.
yeah. Calabaster was
was-
built to be brutal. I was ready to keel haul each and every one of you in case it ever got that sour or dirty.
Oh, boy.
savage.
It was the right time and place, and I couldn't think of really like anything else. But I was just like,
I know what
This
you're
is the best
thinking,
way to get his
Joust.
attention.
How do you keel haul a robot who can't feel or breathe? They'll just take pot shots at you.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like, all right, well, he seems to not like cannon fire. I do not like cannon fire. Just take it to this. Just like-
it's even better because Pain is like literally used to not being able to breathe at this point, so drowning
Mhm.
wasn't like an issue for him. But it was the actual like getting through each of the intervals of con saves that
Yeah, just
yeah.
the literal
That was really
heave
hoping that he
hose
would
that
get
each
there.
pull does to you
yeah.
under the sharp
got cool scars
shrapnel
now.
of barnacles.
Right.
Yeah. I do want to at least like know one thing, like how fast do you think that that's going to heal up for him,
Oh, not
like
a
considering his
No,
his
you're scarred.
Fair.
There's a reason why the French, or should I say the elves, banished that punishment.
while. Gosh, darn elves.
Oh,
keel
I
hauling
forgot about that.
That is another great moment.
I had to find an equivalent for the French.
It's the current outro for my videos.
I love it.
It's really good.
Wait, that is?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
You think they'll cave
into?
into French laws of the sea?
Ah,
Oh man, that
The
was
other
my-
great
my,
thing about that
I'd
whole
say the-
healing moment was that it was the
for,
catalyst
um,
for pain as well.
Oh
Sorry, go
yeah.
ahead.
No, I was saying for favorite moments I have two. One is that it's a running trope, and I love it every time. How badly does Joust get his ass handed him, but it's still okay in the end? Like it's happened at least maybe 6 to 7 times in every big fight.
it's like you're that weird punching bag in Super Smash Bros. Just to see how far
Yeah,
they can
I
knock
am,
you over.
I'm just the eyes, just see how far I get knocked around and get back up again. I'm Chumbawomanood every time, and I'm just like Yamcha on the ground, and I stand back up every time.
Yep.
And then the one that I really love, which also was probably very end of Gallius, was like we have this big fight with that, and it's literally just like, I can't fight, but I can dab. It's just like just making wild things happen. Like he's beginning to believe in justice. Yes. We're just like dancing around, and people are like, "My God, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." And it's just like stunning people, and just be like, "Alafi, advantage, advantage." Just like, just like showing Joust being the full like, "Wow, Joust really helped a lot there," and
You
I'm
know,
like, "It's what I'm doing."
For all
Like-
his bumbling and antics, he is probably the best support you can ever ask for.
Like, my
Yeah,
God.
it's true.
They're like, wow, we can fight. And it's just like, I believe in you guys. Like Jansen, like, dance fight. Let's go.
Yeah,
Come on. Like,
you have come in very clutch in some very deep moments,
some
like when
things, it's
Crocodile almost killed Drana,
yeah, kill. Oh,
and you
yeah.
brought Drana back.
Yeah, it was literally like, it's literally all these little things like, wow. I'm like, wow, I'm doing it. And I'm literally just the guy in the background dancing. Like, I don't know, I can't remember the guy that does those little, like, D&D videos, but it's just like, you give me a buff, and it's just like, do-do-do-do-do, like this, and it's just like, what's the yellow glow? It's a charisma buff, and he just gets smashed down by, like, like, it's literally like, but just like, wow, my little bit of D8 hell.
Guri, do you have any favorite moments?
I was the one to lead, but I only gave
did you?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
If I had to choose,
Oh, it's an AMA bug. We're asking about our favorite moments.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And,
you're not late. You're good.
Yeah. In case anybody else have a favorite moment, because I definitely got mine.
Yeah, what's your favorite
Go on,
moment?
I mean, I have moments going in like the entire series.
Well, yeah,
honestly.
you.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
You clip yours and put them on your channel.
I clip, I clip them. Well, I clip all of the favorite moments to, you know, just kind of like shill it at the end of videos. But like I go back to things like even like in the first episode where like Tora's first face step charms both pirates
Yep.
and gets us out of that whole initial situation. Like,
so good.
That was so cool.
I loved that. Like, I love designing a character for this kit, and like the first time I use it, oh, that actually works. Nice.
I'd love to see the super cut, if anyone could ever do it, of just how many times Joust just gets whapped down. And he's like, I'm okay. Like, and Joust is down. He gets hit by,
Yeah.
first session, gets hit by a cannon.
One more thing that has been like part of the highlights of my sessions,
Yeah.
and this here is a very me specific thing, I guess. It's that goddamn sending stone you gave me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
people like to do so many little jokes with sending stones, and the fact that it's like you have 25 words, and Lavi's like, I can do it in 3.
Hey, you up?
There he is. Done. Done.
Done.
So, if I could do one more moment,
No, please go for it.
the escaping the beholder.
Oh,
Yeah.
Escaping
Oh,
Thistlehork.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Escaping Thistlehork.
That could have ended in so many different bad ways, but you guys ended up just like yeeting the hell out of there when you knew there was gonna be bad moments.
Did love that, like, Nat 20 where everything in the ship, like, it turned at the moment the cannon just grazed it along the
Yep.
side. Like,
Some like freaking disintegration mortars heading your way.
The card game was
The
also
The
really
long
fun.
range disintegration is terrifying, by the
oh,
way.
yeah.
Like, I am
giant
Sauron
Kamehameha
just
blast.
blasting you.
So many levels of hell no.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
hell no.
I've got two more. I've got two more, and like I'll stop. Freaking meeting Camelot and having that whole reveal
Oh, yeah.
of Payne's actual like true nature.
Oh
That
yeah,
was good.
you held that on for forever. Like, oh, you'll
did.
never know
I
what
did.
rogue I am. Ooh.
and then that all came to a head, and it was just like, well, cat's out of the bag. All right, let's go.
Like, all right, big old prophecy getting revealed here.
Let's go. And like after that, like the moments that Tora and Payne have had so far have been really great. I think my favorite one out of all of them though was basically after the big battle in Gallius. And just the whole like back and forth between Tora and Payne, and the line that still sticks in my head that came from Tora, just basically saying, well, we can at least be alone together.
Aw.
It's such a cheesy line.
It was so cute. I loved it. Like these two have been my brain rot since this campaign started.
I think I heard that in Heathers the musical. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I love it. I love it.
My favorite moment definitely has to be one of the earlier role-playing moments of just you're climbing up the freaking lower decks to the uppers, and just Tora out of nowhere just like a little kiss to him.
And the guy's like, oh, whatever.
Never have I had an NPC get so flustered in their life at the fact of just like they're trying to hold you a gun, but they're trying to be scary and intimidating. Like, you guys shouldn't be doing this. You don't stand a chance against all of us together. Just like, mwah, mwah.
You're like, you're cute when you're angry. Like, oh, whatever. Oh.
Never had such conflicting feelings before. Ah!
Get out of my head.
Roll for eye rolling.
Roll for eye rolling.
That's good. Oh man.
Great questions, everybody. Thanks for sending that.
Well, absolutely. I know.
We're not done yet, are we?
Oh, not by a long shot.
Okay, good.
Amber threw out a lot of really good questions one by one for each of us.
Ooh.
Targeted questions. How
Yeah.
fun.
Question for the Gurg: since your character's power is effectively a stand, does your character JoJo pose? And as a matter of fact, we have a JoJo pose as one of the thumbnails in episode 16,
Yeah.
Bloody Maggie.
Yep. Yep.
It was never exactly my intention to make it specifically JoJo, but I cannot help but think of it that way. I wanted to actually take the Ghost version, specifically draw away from the JoJo aspect of it, but I can't. Like,
Yeah,
when you see the Jotaro pose lean back and point slightly and the fists start flying, like, that's just way too fucking cool.
it is.
It's a cool show moment for sure.
It doesn't help that in JoJo, Kujo is my favorite JoJo.
Yeah.
And he's the one that has, like, the most...
Which Kujo?
What?
Which
Which
Kujo?
Kujo? Yeah,
What do you mean, which... Oh,
because
which...
there are two Kujos. It's Jolene and Jotaro.
Yes.
They're both Kujos.
Right.
Your favorite.
Talking about Jotaro.
Your favorite thumbnail, Steam Dams.
Oh yeah, that Steam hand one was great. That one is a great one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I told you it would be a
man.
great thumbnail.
But, in general, Elafi does not, in fact, JoJo pose very much. It is
But if he
mostly
did, he'd be
actual fighter
Kujo.
stances.
I
back and
always
forth.
picture it as you
There'll
like
be-
fighting with a ghost, just float over you, punch around, just giant fists, and you're just like weaving around the fists as you're punching around, and they're punching with you. Like, yeah.
The way I've specifically thought of it is like the offense defense, where Elafi is the patient one, the real wisdom behind the the fists, and then Morgran is the one that has that like ancient,
Strength.
legitimately ancient rage built up over that time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the offense.
Rocket
Stone.
Rocket Stone.
So, the way I always picture your character fighting, I don't know if anyone here has played King of Fighters.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's where I'm also thinking.
So you know exactly who I'm talking about. So the last two bosses of the last two King of Fighters games have been a character named Verse and like I forget what the other one's called, but they are literally just Alafi with his spectral hands.
Oh, I see a picture of him now. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically this massive figure and like flaming, glowing hands above him, like swinging
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
as
I
he's
can see
punching.
that.
Guess
Yeah.
I gotta look it up. Verse King of
Yeah,
Fighters.
Verse. Verse. Yeah.
I nailed it.
Nailed it in one go.
That
Let's go.
was a name of Joust was gonna go with Verse, but it didn't fit with the anagram, so I
Hmm.
crossed that.
Oh
one out.
wow, yeah, that looks a little
Right.
interesting.
Oh,
Okay, question for TJ. If Tora was a gamer, would they play League?
Tora's player doesn't even play League.
So, I'll put it this way: Amber went through these questions with me yesterday, but not telling me my question. The reason she's asking that is because he is remarkably similar to a character named Twisted Fate.
It is
from-
clearly Twisted Fate, Jason. I was gonna say that. Like,
Hmm.
Only
Is
real
she-
difference is that he's not actually throwing cards at people. Yes.
Yeah.
There's some unearthed arcana spells that would have let me, and I'm so upset I
yeah,
can't use them.
there's so many
Damn.
good ones.
Like
Okay.
I thought about that. Like, can I get proficiency in throwing weapons and just get like metal shit
Well,
to throw?
well, Ruby
No, then
and
you
Gurg,
become
the
Gambit.
Leaguers. Oh, they gotta be Gambit. But if he's Twisted Fate, who's his Greaves? Or
Graves?
Graves, sorry, Graves.
Payne's gonna
Graves.
learn to use a gun, obviously.
Obviously, big
Yeah.
old shotgun. Yeah.
Tora was
Okay,
a
so
gamer. He
names
played
like-
Bakugan.
I've already got
Oh.
names written out for like each of the freaking like guns I want to get.
Oh my God, you're already
Okay,
ready
so-
with names.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to look up Twisted Fate now.
Twisted Fate
Not even
is one of
home.
my favorite
Can-
characters.
can
One
you
of my
picture-
favorite mid laners.
TJ, can you picture Gambit for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put him in a hat, and that's Twisted Fate.
Yeah, pretty much, and he's all over the map, basically.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay, fair. No, if Tora was a gamer, he'd absolutely have to. He'd be playing some sort of open world game, and he wouldn't be trying for objectives. He would be actively trying to break the game all the time.
Oh,
Oh,
so
he's a
me.
Breath of Wild player. Got it.
Like just a big open world glitch hunter.
Oh,
Essentially, yeah.
Again, that sounds
he's
like
the one
me.
that discovers the speed runs and the Super Mario thing. Like, just going up the stairs. Like, I knew.
Yeah,
it.
well, we won't spoil
I-
that one, Monster King.
I do have a tangential question. Have you guys seen the dude who has tried to beat Super Mario 64 without jumping?
Yeah.
Yep. How many
Yeah.
A presses, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This dude who figured out you can actually do manufacture dust particles to make your momentum increase. and it's
Yes, that
fucking
is crazy.
Oh
ridiculous.
my
Let's
God.
talk about them
Some
parallel
people have too much
universes.
time. Yeah.
God damn it. Anyway, question for Red.
Hey.
If Joust had a theme song, what would it be?
Ooh, I was thinking Cats on Mars from Cowboy Bebop.
Ooh, that's a good one. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my
Peak
God.
taste.
But also,
Taste.
yes, but also, if not that, if you know one of my favorite games, Chrono Trigger from the Super Nintendo, Robo's theme.
Yep.
Okay.
So-
Like kind of like yes, that one was like that. Or I would love if you had Frog's theme, but you know, Frog's theme is Frog's theme. It's a little too on the nose for. But I think just that weird, hypey, or also anything probably from why am I blanking on the artist for that? that did Around the World. Daft Punk, yeah.
Daft
Oh.
Punk.
Very Daft Punk, just a lot of Daft
Mm.
Punk around the world, like kind of just like this weird robotic thing that's just like, wow, that's got a beat I can dance to. He's like, yeah,
No,
do you hear it as I'm walking?
your song's just human after all.
Yeah, yes,
my
exactly.
song of choice,
That's
my song of
clever.
choice that I've been listening to whenever I think of Joust is Artificial Intelligence
Oh,
by
that's a
Tom
good one.
Cardy.
That's a good one. Yeah,
Oh, that song is something. All right.
Yeah.
yeah. But those were like the three I think. But every time I think that, it's kind of just some weird mix of that, and then it's just like also the medieval themes of like Pizza Time from Spider-Man or something like that. Just like kind of like imagine that just getting mismatched by this like very medieval folky like hurdy-gurdy's music, and then you hear just
No.
this robotic.
I need to
like,
introduce you.
No.
I need to introduce you to this freaking
yeah,
like,
guys,
song
guys,
for,
guys. Ruby, what were you gonna say?
No, it's fine. No, continue. I didn't want to. Continue. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying. Also, Styx is one of my favorite. Styx Queen, anything like that. Any very mid '80s hair band, electronica
Mr.
kind
Roboto.
of thing. Yeah, Mr. Roboto.
Uh-huh.
Any of the like synth and A stuff from like that album, which it's all like classical music with on a synthesizer.
Happy
I can't
birthday,
remember
Polly.
what- Yeah, all those kind of things. Like that's kind of just like Joust's vibe of like musical thing.
Like a
this,
synthesizer
like-
takes up an entire wall.
Yes, a synthesizer that is, run by, freaking Star Child himself. Yeah. Yeah.
Soulscythe, no, you can actually ask questions here on live too if you want. If you got any questions for us, feel free to ask. This is just an open hangout. We're just chilling and vibing and answering questions.
So, what I wanted to bring up was the fact that Red's first answer was Cowboy Bebop.
Mhm.
Drana's theme song would be very similar. It would be the song that plays when Spike goes to church.
Oh.
oh.
I
my
guess
God.
then because I'm the DM, mine would be the intro song Tank.
Dang, that's one of my favorites though.
Three,
Oh my
two,
God.
one, let's jam.
I guess mine would be the real folk blues.
Oh, that's a good one too. But yeah, Cats on Mars, I would say straight out.
Just
would be
devolving
probably
into
just
I love
fucking-
Cowboy Bebop.
I love Cowboy Bebop. Why are we doing a Cowboy
It's
Bebop
such a
campaign?
good show.
Yeah, I totally like this show. Definitely.
You haven't seen Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know the music well enough, but I feel like Tor's theme would be out of Mushroom Samba.
Mm.
Don't worry, Gerg. We will fix you. It's gonna be okay.
You
So-
can try. You'll never catch me.
Yeah,
Still
luckily
check.
Alafia already has kids.
Ah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway.
We will fix you.
What else we got here? Baker Mom is continuing on a question for Scarlet. Would Payne
Yo.
shop at Hot Topic?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, they have all my favorite T-shirts here. Whatever.
They finally got those pants that have the freaking chain loops in the back.
Oh.
The Jingo
Point of
jeans with the
fucking way.
chains.
Look,
Wow.
I've been searching for these for like fucking ever, and they don't have it on the online store. I'm just. I'm taking
Just
what I
got
can
that love
fucking
for that
get.
mid 2000s emo garbage.
What
Yeah.
band shirts from Hot Topic would he buy? I don't really
My Chemical
know.
Romance, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
Black
that's
Parade
a long...
all time. That's what it is.
Oh.
Black Parade. It's like what I was a young boy.
Oh
I
my
would see
God.
that all
Finally,
the time with
someone
them.
gets me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Finally, I
God.
feel it. Oh my
Hi,
god.
Zelia.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All of them, just all the Hot Topic T-shirts.
Oh yeah. So I think Joust and everybody would be K-poppers if there was like a giant K-pop ball in here. We're just all with the little like wands, just kind of in the crowd, just waving them. Whoa.
I'm going to say this. I want a picture now of Payne and Drana walking off Hot Topic with bags of shit.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, TJ, it's our boy Dark Mega.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh, hi.
With Drana as the pirate queen and the party being wanted criminals, is Slambo the hero of the story now?
Ooh,
Slambo's the hero of every story.
I
There
mean,
is an argument to be made that Slambo is not a bad character. He's just a bounty
Mr.
hunter, right?
Yeah.
Slambo
Yeah,
is-
he's a good
Slambo's-
dude.
Guys, hear me out. Slambo is the Gaston of our story.
Oh, I love it.
comparing
No.
Slambo to
Slambo
Gaston.
will be helping us with something eventually. I guarantee it. There's no way Alafi is ready
There
to kill
only
this
is a
guy.
greater threat that we have to fight together in the wrestling ring that is life. Lambo needs you,
Fights
my
like
brother in
Slambo.
arms.
Oh, hi, Para.
Oh,
Slambo, the
love
pro
it.
tag.
No one slams like Slambo.
No one slams the enemies like Slambo. Takes
God.
down
I'm
the
gonna have
haters like Slambo.
I'm gonna have to now. I'm just gonna like trying to write an entire parody with nothing but wrestling references.
No. What we need to do is we need to leave that up to Dark over here, so that he can come back to us and just be like,
Oh, don't get me wrong.
No,
Don't get me
what?
wrong. Dark is helping me create some more good stuff. Don't you
Oh,
worry your little
no.
hearts.
well,
When's the despair arc? I don't know. When do we get to
When we get the
redacted?
Fallen Fire, that's gonna be the Akira despair arc for everybody.
Truly,
I think-
truly.
Good for you guys. Alafi will be chilling.
Alafi will be like,
I
wow,
You're
they
a
got
wanted criminal, Alafi.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Catch me?
Yeah.
try and
How?
beat my 80-foot dash speed in 6 seconds, bitch.
Blindside exists for most mechs. So
That's cool.
Uh,
Do they catch me on foot?
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
speaking of crimes and war criminals, question for Ruby.
Mm.
How does Drana feel about being the pirate queen?
Ooh.
she is very proud of herself, but she also isn't willing to flaunt the title because she knows she's not strong enough quite yet for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
She wants to grow into the title. You know.
it is
I
the
mean, we
it
still
is the
have to go up the Grand
realization.
Line.
It is the realization that it took an army to just get to him.
Yeah. I mean, that's endgame stuff.
And
On the top of that mountain.
I
of
remember
skulls,
very
dude.
specifically hearing the comment from you guys when we last fought, like, "Damn, Slambo's tougher than the Basilisk." I'm like, "Yeah, Slambo doesn't have an army behind him."
That's true. That's true.
So,
I mean, if
so
we went right to the Basilisk without
what,
an
what,
army behind him.
Well, what that should imply to you is that the Basilisk got very squishy during his reign as king.
Yeah.
He didn't have to fight the hard fights anymore.
True.
I mean, Slambo is the ultimate pro tag. Everyone knows that. He's the junior troopa to our Mario and Paper Mario right now. He is always there.
Yeah.
There was only Slambo in the end of time. In the wrestling
my-
ring.
Oh my god, Slambo's Rockhawk.
Yeah, Slambo is Rockhawk. He's like,
Yeah, brother. But I am the
Guys, I'm
real
telling ya.
champion of
I'm
the
telling
ring.
you, Slambo is Gaston, and we
What-
are the.
What's the
freaking
gang
beast.
sitcom theme song and why is it Friends?
someone once told me that life would be this way. I'll be
I
there
very much
for
enjoyed
you.
Slambo.
Hope y'all enjoyed
Slambo
Slambo. Now
is-
get ready for
You-
Beat Bo, and Beat Bo.
You did hear that Slambo one-shot Tora, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we,
Yeah.
almost
Blast him into oblivion.
Dark Mega and I go into excruciating details about what happened.
so almost outright killed Drana.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
I love that
Like,
Joust just
ha,
pops back up.
now your
when it
axes
right
mean
after us.
nothing. It's just like, I'm just gonna punch you then.
Here's what I love. It's like, okay, I think I'm being so smart, like getting him to leave because he thinks his bounty just got teleported away, and then he one shots me and just breaks everybody on his way out. We nearly TPK, and then the fireball goes off, and all of this is still the correct outcome.
Yeah, this is the best timeline. This isn't
was
like
still
we're
the
not
best
just
way this
standing.
could have gone.
Yeah, this isn't us just standing in a room with one of us shot in the leg,
It's-
dying.
It's like you weren't gonna beat him. He wasn't probably gonna beat you because he needs to capture one of you. You all survived. This is the best we could do.
Yeah.
Is Pain based on Max Payne? I believe she said Shadow the
No.
Hedgehog.
No,
Yeah.
not even that.
Shadow the
his
Hedgehog.
edgy character, yes, but
His
but,
his
like,
ambiguous
the,
nature between good and evil.
Yeah,
I'm the
basically.
perfect life form, and even I don't even know who I am.
Oh my god.
As long as God wills,
Yeah,
I will keep
no,
creating fun
we
things for you
love
guys to play with.
Slambo. We love Slambo. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody, the moment we heard him, we have to keep him alive.
I think
we don't know why.
I love it.
think Dark.
I love it. I keep saying I want the before and the after. I want the before art of us just pre-stream, just going. We want him to be our Team Rocket. Just keep coming back and, be this charming character. Cut to 2 hours. Cut to 2 hours later. We're all in triage.
Dark Mega should have eventually just get a full credit for the creature designer of this campaign.
Oh, that would be great.
Let's see what else
Don't
we
do
got.
that to his ego.
Question for everyone: if you could change one thing about your character's NPCs or campaign story events, what would it be?
Ooh.
If you could change one little thing, like one little
If you had a
thing.
chance to change your fate, would ya?
When does Pain get
I
bullet
don't think
time?
I would
When she
change
gets a gun.
anything.
Yeah, when I get a gun. In answer to Nim's question though,
Be ready with guns right from the get go.
yeah, basically,
Just having that
Yeah.
gun proficiency right off the bat, yeah.
yeah, just having that. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's gonna be more of a rewarding experience when Pain actually gets a gun, because like. That's one of the things that I know that Pain has always wanted, and I didn't feel like it would be fair to really have a gun right off the fucking bat.
You
Mm.
don't
Just-
need to have courage. You can be what everyone does. A gun. Just like have a
but it's just basically like everyone else is starting off with just the basic starting equipment, and I was just like, no, I shouldn't like try to convince the DM like to give me a gun at this point. I'll earn it.
If you did that, I would have tried to convince him to give me plate mail.
Oh yeah. Really on the get-go?
Can I
No,
just
thank
have
you.
this 1,000 gold, like 2,000 gold item right off the bat? No. What? No.
You have a
You,
map
you
of,
work
like,
amongst
500.
When have you ever seen a pirate in plate mail? What?
I mean, there are two
Dwarf
options.
pirates!
There are 2 or 3 options in which Pain can possibly get a firearm. It's that A, he steals one from somebody else. B, he gets one from Falling Fire and either buys it or steals it. Either one. And or 3, Drana makes one.
Mm-hmm.
A, B, and 3, the best list.
A, B, or C.
I vote we try and steal the treasure gun.
Yeah,
Steal
buddy.
Captain Yarface's treasure gun.
In another universe, Slip's got a tennis.
That's
Give
the
me a
thing is that I
It
don't
costs
think that Pain.
it costs 500 gold's worth of treasure loaded into the barrel for you to fire it once.
Yeah, Pain's not gonna deal with that. No.
But
You can
it'll be
recover
the
that, though,
coolest
right?
shot you ever take.
Yeah, it's in a closed container, and then you're good. Don't worry. It's just in like
Like
test
I
out
have the
gun
stats
if you
for that
can.
gun. I have the stats for it.
Oh man.
But yeah, that
So
would be the
Madden-
only thing that I would really change. But other than that, nothing really much that I would change. I like how Pain has started off, and I'm happy where he's going right now.
I've heard of a money shot, but it's ridiculous. Ugh.
Shazam!
Do we have any more questions from Amber, or was that the 5?
There's more. There's one for the DM and then one for all of us.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has anything.
Well,
I mean, I'm pretty damn happy with Toro right now. I'm not sure what I would do with him.
I mean, it was a toss-up between that or between the College of Eloquence Joss wanted to go, who would just be all straight talking. But I'm like, I don't want to just overshine anybody because I'm gonna be like, no, Gob, I always pass on my saves. Like, and I will convince them. They cannot be unconvinced. I am that. Like, I want it to be flavorful. It was either that or College of Creation as well. I wanted
Creation's
Joss to be
fun.
like this weird, like thing that just like. For some reason, the bard knows how to make, furniture come to life and fight people. Just because I can do that. Because, like, But I want it to be like, oh, like when I kind of narrow down the reasons, I want it to be, oh, puppet come to life, fairy magic kind of thing, like yeah. So just thematically, I kind of wrote myself in a corner. But I love Joust, of course, because it's very supportive. It's just like I was kind of like, oh man, I could have had some cool bar stuff at level 6. It could make so everyone always knows that I can barely get like a 17 on my perception. Like, no, it's a minimum 17, Gob. It's a 17. If not, it's a 35 persuasion. Like, no. Yeah. Like, oh no, I'm already dead. Well, this guy's already dead. He just told me so. Like,
Gonna eventually make a campaign book? No. I'm a
cool.
long ways away from writing that. I would need a team to get that shit worked up together. Yeah. We're a long way from making
like a
any books.
Kickstarter kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be a lot of work. It's a pin in that needle right there.
So, so to answer the question though, I would have started Drana as a blood hunter, but that's me now. But I was still hurting from my last campaign, where she was.
Any dinosaurs gonna show up in the sessions? The closer they get to the Hollow Highlands, yes.
Dinosaurs.
Have I mentioned that I'm nervous about going to the Hollow Highlands?
Oh, are you? You gotta be waiting for like the Joust, like Jurassic Park quote. So like, well, it seems life found
it's literally the goddess Gaia on top of her mountain, making these monstrosities. Just like, go out into the wild, test humanity.
Ah, yes, I like that T-Rex, but make the arms a little bit longer and give it a gun.
And put spikes on the back. And I just made a Trask.
And it's a Trask. Go, buddy. One boy.
Is Gob a god or deity in his own universe? No. In fact, Gob does actually have a canonical location in this world. I will not say where it is, though.
Gob is the Watcher and the multiverse right now. He is the Watcher in the Marvel universe right now. Like,
I want to find where Gob is.
I know where he is.
We know where he is, but you gotta find him.
Mm-hmm. Question for the DM: how does it feel to have come this far with the series? Oh man. So this world has been 5 years in the making. The first time I made it was the exact proof I needed that I was not ready to DM a homebrewed campaign. Like, just so much of the pieces weren't there. A lot of the ideas were just like unpolished and just not ready. And fortunately, the team, the players we had at the time were either just troublesome or otherwise just were unable to cooperate with one another. And they did turn on each other at some point. To the point where one of the players was like, I'm just going to build a spite character that hates your character for no reason.
Yeah, new character. I'm the anti-you because I hate you for no reason.
Has Gob ever experienced a cookie you ever hated? Yes, a burnt one.
Boo.
Now let's be fair. Not everyone from that campaign turned out to be bad, right?
No, of course not.
No. It's majority did, I assume.
It was just one of those things where I'm just like, I lost the direction we were going in. I lost the motivation to keep building the world. And it just sat in the back rooms for like 3 years until I got back into VTubing. And all of a sudden I was just like, man, I really want to start fleshing this out more. I actually want to like build this map up and build this world out a bit more.
And then I asked to make my character.
Yeah.
Before the world was even built.
It's true.
It really felt like just like we brought a dream team together. Just like 6 people, all with different names, creating something.
Because like this was like one of my like New Year's resolutions to myself was like to actually, become more involved in the communities that I wanted to be involved with, especially the D&D community. And it's through scheduled conflicts that I hope to continue forwarding, my own little dreams. I said it at the very beginning of my streaming career, like, do you see that table? Do you see that table? Do you see that person behind it? Matt Mercer? Yeah, I want to sit at that table.
I want to shake that man's
I want to shake that man's hand and make Gob a canonical character in his universe.
Technically, he is.
Technically,
I mean-
he is.
Cookies for Tal'Dorei.
Thanks to Robbie, he is.
Yeah.
Gob is somewhere in Tal'Dorei giving away cookies on the down low.
Shake fist, Mercer.
And
I'm coming for you, Mercer.
I hope one day that Lambio!
Hey, bam, 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 bam.
Oh my god, Professor Lambio, hello, welcome in.
Howdy
We're
ho,
just
everybody.
talking our D&D game.
Yeah. And how that we're going to take down the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
Scheduled conflicts. Like, versus Critical Role.
No.
No.
I
No,
think
First we
there's
take
a
on
big
Dimension.
power gap there.
First we take on Dimension
imagine
20.
that crossover.
Hey.
Imagine that crossover.
Hey, to be fair, we've got a higher viewership tonight than they do.
Dude,
Suck it.
it's because it's Thanksgiving and they're not streaming.
Am I wrong though?
You're
It's
not
not
wrong.
wrong.
Absolutely not
Oh,
wrong.
hello.
Scheduled conflicts. We have more viewers than Critical Role right now as we speak.
Hashtag-
Hashtag,
Little star ask-
cookies for Tal'Dorei.
It's like it's the little asterisk at the very bottom of the menu in the Krusty Krab, like only because it was on Thanksgiving. Like,
Just the big asterisks.
big asterisks.
But no, if
Like-
there's ever a moment where they like see our work and I would die.
Oh yeah. If I would be like the big wigs actually saw us, oh my god,
I
Should
thought
we just
D-
say
I
like,
thought
hi, Matt
DMs
I can make that
Mercer,
happen.
just in case, you know?
Oh my god, Drana, would you?
I could probably get in front of him.
Ah!
You wouldn't
Oh.
dare.
That'd be so
You
cool.
wouldn't dare.
oh my god.
I'll send him I'll send my friend. who's
We'll get a
friends with
call.
him.
We'll get a call.
All right.
I'll let you
Friend?
guys.
What's that?
I'll
What's
keep you guys updated.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, imagine that. Oh my god, I'd literally be like, I'd have a heart attack.
Hi, wonderful
questioning
critters
what
from
my
Critical
features.
Role. I am Gob the Goblin. I hope to someday sit next to you and play wonderful tabletop games with you guys.
Just in
Please
case.
notice
you know?
us, senpai. Please.
Please,
Notice
senpai,
me,
please
senpai.
notice us.
Oh my god.
Guys. I've actually got a question.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
kind of like it's kind of like bouncing off of the whole friggin' like Critical Role thing. So, which one of the Critical Role players would you want to have play our characters?
Oh my god.
Play my character?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sam Riegel as Joust.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say either that or Sam Riegel just because he plays his character his gear for his Warforged
Fresh cut
very
grass.
well. Yeah, fresh cut grass. Yes, yeah, I'd love to see him be like, wait, so he's not horny or weird at all? I'm like, well, Pinocchio meets Iron Giant. Oh, got it. Like he'd nod and be like, got it. Like he'd like literally he'd give the finger
Wholesome
guns like,
name.
I got it. And it's like monotone voice. Oh, like this? No, more.
I could
more
see
like this.
I could see Liam O'Brien being Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
either him
Yeah.
or it's either Liam O'Brien or Taliesin Jaffe.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
way.
I would love to see Taliesin Jaffe as a Laffy.
I'll be right back. 1 sec.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Mhm.
Taliesin as well, 100%. As much as I want Travis because he's my
Eh.
favorite of the crew.
Well, yeah,
Oh, man.
I really want to see Travis as like the showboating like Tora, you know?
See, I think
Just
Travis
like
had
put
some,
Travis in a
this,
wizard role.
That'd be
See,
interesting.
I think Travis really is smart. He's like really clever at playing his character, but I would love to see Sam be Tora, just be a chaos gremlin.
That's fair.
Taliesin-
That's fair.
Taliesin could also work for the Tora role if you really think about it.
Maybe.
It's either him or
here's
Robbie.
the thing, right? Those people are all very, very, very talented players. and Any one of
Absolutely.
them could play any one of us.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They would do
Their
big
career is literally
question.
playing
And
other
we're
characters.
They would do
who
laps
we
around
want
us.
to play our characters, right? And I think Taliesin could pull off the whole having the dead partner thing, following you around.
What
Best for laughing.
about you, Ruby? Who would you want from Critical Role to play Drana.
Yeah, that's the question.
I am looking up all the actors right now because I don't watch Critical Role.
Oh no! You're gonna throw in the word, but you've never watched their show.
Yeah.
What animation studio do you guys want to animate? Scheduled Conflicts animated series? Oh my god!
Oh
I
my
mean-
god.
I'd
Spindle House.
ask if we can
Yeah.
possibly like borrow the same studio that made the Vox Machina animated
Yes,
series.
they did such
Oh,
great
jeez.
work.
I said Spindle House.
What?
Or Spindle Horse, sorry.
Spindle Horse. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Mhm.
What about Gooseworks though?
Well, Gooseworks is music, isn't it?
The Amazing Digital Circus.
Yeah, that's Glitch.
Fair.
That's Glitch Studio.
Just get Ashley to start animating us.
Hey Ashley, can you animate us?
Oh, Ashley.
Oh,
Ashley.
That's too fun.
Oh my god.
There's so many good options.
Yeah.
Oh no
Anyway,
doubt.
I could see Ashley Johnson voicing
No, but
Drana or playing as Drana.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah.
To get
Also because Pike's my favorite Vox Machina.
Yeah.
Yes.
That yeah. That they're really good. I love them.
to get back to the question that Amber had,
Yes.
how it feels to have come so far. It has been an absolute pleasure to have brought this all together. To bring something 5 years in the making to life, and to have such an amazing team working alongside me with it is like, I am, as the holiday would suggest, I am absolutely thankful for each and every one of you.
And we're thankful for everybody coming in too. We love it. We love all of you here.
Final question of Amber's for all of you. How has the series helped you grow and learn, not only as a tabletop player, but as a person as well?
I'm gonna go last because mine is very mushy and I feel like I might cry.
Aww.
Oh.
I got dibs on second last.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna go left to right here.
Mine
Yeah,
is
right.
probably the most simple, but I mean, if we go left to right, that works.
Either one works.
Which means TJ starts.
I mean, there's definitely something about Tora that really makes me realize just, how much I would kind of like to live the way he does, just completely free and chaotic.
Unrestrained, yeah.
Oh my god, like I get to Thursday, I'm like, I get to be a little unhinged today. And like that's absolutely what I need come Thursdays.
Thursday, time to cut loose.
Time to take off the gauntlets.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, I'm not sure I say like playing Tora has changed me. Granted, it's been 6 months.
That's
Right.
Yeah. Once we, and like, to be fair, we haven't gotten into like the stuff for Tora. Like his backstory really hasn't hit just yet. So I feel like the real development I'm really going to learn from him is going to be a little bit down the road. But I know it's going to hit me.
Soul Scythe will hold on to that question.
Put a pin in that.
Yep. Literally.
Literally. There you go.
I suppose it's on to me then.
Yeah.
Hilariously, it's interesting for my end because you guys wouldn't believe, in life, I am in fact a very calm and put together person. Largely the same as TJ, just getting to relax is wonderful.
Yeah. Yep.
But the one thing that I'm getting a feeling from this campaign is just there's a certain feeling of like, at least as a streamer, it feels very successful, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, this has been, it feels fantastic to be working as part of a team that is working this well together.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel you on that.
You could easily say 26 weeks later is a lot for an entire group to be together and still work so well. Like by now there would have been lots of disagreements or just like squabbles, but no, we've maintained a very good relationship so far.
And
Oh yeah.
as I've mentioned before, I've tried this character 3 times, and this 3rd time has been the one. Oh, hey, Atsu.
Atsumori
Atsu!
Kofuhara.
Hey, roll initiative. Oh no. Karate
Let me
combat.
find it.
Yeah, defend yourself.
Oh, wait, I have a d20 right here. I rolled an 8.
Don't be a 4, don't be a 4. It's a 5. God damn it. Welcome in, Atsu. We're just finishing off our questions from Baker Mama Ember.
For Joust. It's because I've been playing D&D a long time. I'm not gonna lie, like a good maybe 80% of my life. And in every character I've had, I've never had one where it's just like he's not a bard because he's like, oh, he's so sexy and haha. This aspect, it's just like, oh yeah, hey ladies, haha. It's more like he's just a good dude because he doesn't know better. It's literally like, what would you be if your character was just so delightfully charming because he didn't know who he was or what he actually is, what monster he could actually be. Like, and it's just like, I have to reset my mind, like, I feel like I'm just like trying to play Data from Star Trek here. I'm just like, what am I? Like, and it's literally every time it's just like, how would somebody who doesn't know anything react to that? Like, it's literally putting my brain in the aspect as a character, just because I've played all different kinds of D&D characters, and this is the first time where it's just like, he doesn't know who he is. He's just growing into a person. But how do you put that and play that as a character you're supposed to establish? It's like, wow, how do I do that? And it's like every day it feels like, or every Thursday, it's just this little bit of challenge I like to bring to myself. It's just like, I have to be like, all right, I have to put myself in the aspect of what my character could be. And it's so like, wow. And then at the end of every session, I'm like, damn, that was fun. Like,
Hell
I
yeah.
felt good about that.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was like, man, is it Thursday yet? And it's just like,
Yeah.
nope, it's Friday morning at 1 a.m. Damn. Damn. And it's just like, I haven't felt that since I was like a really young boy, just getting right back into it. And it's just like, God, I feel young again. Like, oh, I love it. I love it. And it's so great. Just like that interesting aspect of a character, just being like, wow, it feels like I'm on the threshold of what D&D like at the beginning was for me. And I love that. It's just like, wow, it just makes me feel like I'm 9-10 years old again, just being like, oh yeah, I'm just being this character and I'm really getting this thing, and it makes me feel alive again, and I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. By you, Ruby.
So, this specific game has helped me move on from a very, very, very rough chapter of my life. It has helped me move on. I've gotten to play this character who I loved so dearly before and love even more dearly now. And every week I get to come back and get to meet all these great people because for those who don't know, I am a very shy person and I keep a very tight-knit community. But it has helped me branch out to, well, everyone here who has become such great friends. Gerg and I are streaming tomorrow. TJ, Scarlett, and I hang out in your VCs after midnight. And
That's true. Like I'm seeing y'all up at 3 a.m. just like, what the heck are they plotting in there?
This is the late night crew.
we call ourselves the late night crew. And then,
I forget y'all are a bunch of freaking night owls.
Yeah.
Look, the best time to be awake is after 12.
Hell yeah, that's when the party really gets started.
But yeah, and then me and Red have definitely become closer friends since starting playing D&D together, because me and Red actually started playing D&D with you during your Christmas stream.
Oh yeah,
the
Kevin
Christmas.
McAllister.
That's happening next month too, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
I already have my character. I think I
I
showed
need
you,
to make
Gob.
another character for a
Yeah.
one shot.
Or you
Yeah,
can,
if
or
you guys wanna
or you
see,
can
you
bring him
gotta
back
fit
at level
in.
20.
Oh yeah.
Level 20. Oh,
We're
Wait.
doing a level 20 one shot.
Wait, is that what's going on?
Teaser. Hashtag teaser.
oh. I'm going to slow roast this character.
Oh God! Now I have to think.
Hey,
I'll let you
yo.
cook on that anyways.
Okay.
Drop that
I
little
need
bomb
to
on
remake my character completely. But I think I might still run with the same joke. Anyway,
Mhm, mhm.
sorry. But yeah, and so after moving past that, a lot of new things have happened in my life. This has opened so many doors into not only VTubing, but so much other stuff. Anyway, but yeah.
Well, Ruby, I want to say for one, we love you. We love you very much, and I'm
Yeah.
glad, and we're glad for you to be here, and we're happy to help you through everything because we love you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Say the same thing in a moment when Scarlet start getting sappy here. Go ahead.
Oh,
God damn it. All right.
boys.
All right.
I had mentioned earlier. I had mentioned earlier that I was going through a really rough patch, much like in the same vein as Ruby, for different reasons. I'm not gonna go into depth on like the campaign that happened, obviously, but at the same time that was going on, and I was just getting started into getting into therapy and everything. My long-term romantic relationship had officially dissolved, and that was the biggest gut punch that I could possibly get.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to be in that place of grief, in that place of darkness for a little bit, and this game is a very healthy outlet for that. Not in the sense of oh, I'm bringing my problems to the table, but more so it gives me a chance to be somebody else and to figure out who it is that I'm playing, and to just escape a little while. And one of the things that I'm very grateful for is that I went into this whole entire campaign not even knowing who anybody in this group was, because I needed fresh new faces. I needed people that were brand new to me and didn't know who I was as a player or how I was as a player, but also point out some of the things that I did wrong in the past couple of games, and also kind of grow past those flaws and kind of not necessarily get over the trauma that I had been through, but to better work through it. And
Yeah.
God, I'm getting sappy again. I'm about to cry.
Aww.
Um,
But it's good that
That's
escapism is
okay.
helping you, Scarlet. That's always a good thing. That we're always
And-
here to help you with anything.
and the one thing that I'm really grateful for is that I got some really good buddies out of it too. Ruby is
Yeah.
practically like a sister to me now.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Mhm.
You and I are now related. You have no choice in the matter. It's written in the pact.
But it's like Grandpa VTuber says, "I'm your grandfather now. You have no choice."
Yeah,
Yep.
basically.
Yep.
Very
I took a
talented,
little bit of
cool
his
beans.
philosophy.
Yep.
I've gotten to appreciate a lot of the stuff that I've learned just from watching both Gerg and Red play their characters and how they go about things. And TJ has been my fucking rock since I've poured my fucking soul out, and this guy's been staying up with me on late nights just while I'm working on art and while I'm basically going through the motions and fucking hell.
Mm.
As a great Catholic once said, "We're friends now. Let's go get soft taco."
Yes.
Yeah.
We're getting soft tacos later.
We're getting soft
Hell
tacos
yeah.
later. Hell yeah.
And Gob has
some
been a
leftover
really great
Thanksgiving
DM.
tacos.
Yeah, buddy.
Gob has probably been like one of the best DMs that I've ever really like had the pleasure of playing with, and an even better friend. Just not only like giving me the chance to actually be part of this, but also giving me the chance to like, you know, kind of prove to myself and prove to like literally everybody else that I'm not a horrible person.
Aww.
In a sense.
Oh,
I'm gonna stop that before I
the
start
big
crying.
questions.
We appreciate you, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. So selfie.
Yes.
Ooh.
2 questions.
Um,
What's it?
Before we actually do
Soul
like
Sith.
start, yeah.
Oh,
can
right,
we-
Soul
can we-
Sith.
Yeah.
What is each of your characters' favorite dessert? Starting with Joust.
For Joust. Well, Joust is more of an upside down kind of cake guy, and he would look at it and he's like, "This cake is upside down," and he's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to eat upside down," and he would
You
put
would
himself
eat
on a head. He would sit on his head and just try to eat it, just mush it into his face. He goes,
Joust, what
that's
are you
good as
doing?
meat."
Well, it's called upside down cake, so you're supposed to eat
Well,
it.
I
That
am
is not
trying
how
to
that
do
works.
I am doing a handstand, or I could just take off my head and puts upside down. And he just starts mushing his head in there. Delicious. Like into the cake, just slowly sinks his head. Delicious. Like, and that, yeah, I'd say, but something like that. But he also likes a cookie because he can put in his pocket. But also, he likes apple pie because it's a good spell component. That
Amber,
he can
those
use
are
for a
some
really effective
amazing
spell.
questions. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I love them. Love 'em. But yeah, probably some sort of between those 3. It'd probably be top 3 that, and then cookies near like top 3 in there.
I'm just imagining Alafi doing a kegger off of Joust.
Yeah. Oh, I just love that. Just like weird beer funneling out. His head is just on the like a box as I'm going chug, 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 just on talking. Like,
Oh man, I don't know what kind of dessert that Payne would actually like. I know that he doesn't really like sweet things all too much.
blood
Again,
pudding.
very unlike, very much unlike Ophelia, who had a sweet tooth. Payne, I think, is more of the kind of person that likes bitter things. So give him like a freaking like straight up coffee.
oh, like a amaretto kind of thing situation.
Something like that.
Mhm.
Maybe a tiramisu to kind of go along with that, just like a small
Mm.
slice, and he'd be set. Something
Uh,
bitter.
Oh, I love
I-
good tiramisu.
I can think of one other thing.
Hmm.
Tora.
Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Excuse you, Tora is not dessert. Tora is the whole goddamn meal.
I don't know. Now I gotta see art of
Fine, fine.
No,
There's
guys. I was about to say that he's not a slice of the dessert. He's the whole goddamn bakery.
Oh, now I gotta see just like
Y'all
Payne
saying this
taking
right in
one
front
of
of the Cookie Mancer over here. Hello.
those- Yeah,
Listen. He knows what he likes. Okay?
I know.
I gotta see art of just Payne like with one of those big like dinner tray things lifted up, and his Torah's like, "You got the whole meal to yourself."
I'm just reminded of that like Family Guy moment where Peter just holds up his spoon. He's like, "Well, Rusty, looks like we got to eat our way out of another situation."
You like cake? You like my ass? You like cake on my ass? Oh, totally.
All right, we'll flip that.
But-
back. I got TJ.
Flip that one. We're all caked up. Yeah.
There's part of me that just imagines Tora and his fascination with how the mortal realm, for lack of better terminology, handles its things and creates what it creates. Just think, I think he'd be fascinated by Jello.
Oh, I can see that. Like it jiggles, but there's always room for it.
It moves so much, but it stays in its shape. How? What is?
I ate so much,
No
yet
matter-
there's always room for Jello.
No matter how much it jiggles, it keeps its original form.
It's like a gelatinous cube, but edible.
That's fun.
And
I
there's fruit in it. How do you get the fruit inside?
Sorcery.
Why is it not dissolving?
Why don't I know this spell?
I could see him. I could see like kind of this like beautiful mind. Like he's just got the 5 o'clock shadow. like I'll try to figure. He's like, what does it mean? Like figuring out Jello and just like it's just gelatin.
Every
Every
gelatinous
gelatinous
cube.
cube is edible if you're not a coward.
I who
Hard pass.
Do not take your D&D advice from us here at Scheduled Conflicts. We have no idea what we're talking about.
Nope.
These answers are by trained professionals. Do not attempt them at home.
So,
Sure.
I would say, for Trana, at least, she would probably have a fruit salad, but on the side would be like cinnamon whiskey or something.
Fruit
Fireball.
salad.
Mm.
Yummy.
Yummy, spicy in my tummy.
Due to the fact that her fathers were dwarves, so that's probably what
They
she had.
they gargle with stronger shit than that. They gargle the
Yeah.
mouthwash with that.
Well, we got to make sure our honey eats healthy until she finishes the tequila.
You won't get any dessert till you finish your shooters. But I'm not hungry. I'm thirsty. No daughter of mine's going to bed sober.
Wow.
You barely got your whiskers, kid. You gotta get drinking.
Oh, Monster King, I gotta send that over to TJ.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I'll just drop it in our generals.
Alright.
Oh
What
boy.
we got?
Put in the memes.
The beam tax.
The meme tax. The meme tax is currently being paid.
You gotta pay the meme tax.
And that's when he realizes he has a very gigantic meme folder that is not organized whatsoever.
God damn it, God.
I know, right? I'm Anyway.
Well, while you're
No, you're
digging
not.
this up, I can.
I got it. It's right there.
What? Oh
Ah! Oh my
There's
goodness.
a cake named after you.
Huh.
Oh my god.
If we go to a place and Tora's like, wait a minute, why is there my name everywhere? Oh, it seems to be a dessert.
You know what? You know what? I changed my answer on the tiramisu. I think that the Tora cakes are spot on, actually.
Anzu's, yours was actually the first question.
Yeah.
Right next to Malnim.
The
Yeah, I
fact that
think
you-
it was first or second, yeah.
The fact that you search for Tora cake makes me think you were looking for pictures of his ass.
Well, I mean, we gotta get the like Rule 34 kind of like stuff. of, like,
No. I
Yeah.
swear to God, if I go to that website
So-
and I see Tora's name in that search bar, I'm going to lose my shit.
Oh my.
Well, fun fact about that.
Drana, I know you have some. I know you do.
I'm just
It was weird when I was looking up goblins and I was like, huh, that's neat. Anyway.
I'm just gonna tell you, 34 artist, right now, his nipples are pierced. Get it accurate.
Get it accurate. Get in the comments.
Damn.
All right, you
Why
heard
doesn't
Oh my
that surprise
God.
me?
you heard it
Because
here.
even when he's naked, he has to be flashy.
I have to ask now that my brain is thinking of it. Is the other thing pierced as well? Is that pierced?
Oh, does he have
Nothing.
a Prince Albert?
We'll talk about that
Barbells or
after
rings?
stream.
Sorry, yes, TJ, barbells or rings? That's the good question. Barbells or rings?
Jacob's ladder, maybe?
Ah, probably.
What
Oh
would
my
a
God.
Laffy's dessert be? What would a Laffy's dessert be?
Right,
Please.
dessert.
God. The best part is I've had so long to think about it. I'm not even sure Alafi's much of a sweets person, despite my own massive sweet tooth.
Same though.
I
said
thought he'd be
fruit
more
salad.
like a umi like kind of flavor, you know.
I
like
mean,
really.
the main thing for me is I'm thinking where Alafi's from.
Mhm.
Kind of like I'm talking about like Alafi's first 100 years of existence. The wilds in the Highlands, like that is not exactly the most friendly place.
Not the place where you think,
And so
you know
I'm
what,
not
let's
sure
sit
how
down
you're
for a
gonna find
dessert.
Too many sweets.
You
Yeah.
know what? Let's just have some s'mores in the middle of this death woods. Like-
I think the most he would have, if that sort of thing, would be like honey.
oh yeah.
Honey.
Mm.
Honeycomb.
I mean, don't get me
baby.
wrong. I imagine the bees that I have to fight again would be fucking massive. But when you get that honey,
Oh, you know,
Nothing like
massive killer
bee
bees,
re-
but they got an extra peck to their taste.
Oh, they're just T-Rex bees. Don't worry about it. That's just a drone. Don't worry about it. The big ones are the queens.
Bad. Let's see. Now we can get on to Sophie's. Question for the DM: was there ever an encounter you felt you made too easy or too hard? Boy, howdy.
Slambo. No.
No.
No,
No,
Slambo
that was
was
intended
to be.
intended.
Slambo.
I always fall into these pitfalls of worrying whether I'm giving my players too much power, where I'm giving them too many toys to play with, shall we say?
Too many outs. That's what it is.
Too many outs. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to fill those in, so to speak, with my flavor of difficulty. So the way I like to play my games is I want my characters to feel powerful, but I also want them to feel like they are in a world of powerful people.
Powerful yet vulnerable.
To put them on that like level playing field. It's like, wow, like to the average person, I'm strong, but this guy here, I could probably wreck me, or at least give
This
me a
guy's
run
got
for my
chair.
money.
Slam hands.
Slambo from the top rope.
I hate to make this comparison, but it's kind of like the One Piece world where you have like the grunt armies that can get hit by Conqueror's Haki, and then you got the real fighters.
Yeah.
Where it's like
It definitely
you can
feels
almost
that
like
way.
see the deliberate difference between the challenge ratings
Yeah.
or like what an encounter is supposed to entail. Like, oh, he might not be tough, but he knows where the tough people are, and if I get on his bad side, he's gonna bring the toughness to me. I got 4 HP and a stick. I mean, don't knock that, Atsu. That's my Dark Souls runs in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Root up.
But yeah, I never worry about making an encounter too easy because I'm very confident that no matter what I throw at them, they're gonna find a way to overcome it.
Sometimes we just throw in that 20 deception.
Running
Sometimes
old-school
the
games,
the
we
dice
need
tell the
something that's
story.
Been a bit more grounded in terms of numbers and bonuses and stuff. Yeah, true. There is a benefit to making your players feel like it is literally 4 HP and a stick.
Yeah, that's
It makes them see threats completely differently. And I don't know,
It's
it's just not this. It's not my style.
It feels like every time we think we're good, you're just like, oh yeah, like shot to
just-
the throat, like oh.
The way I see it is like incremental difficulty. Like no
Yes.
matter where you go, no matter what you do, there is always going to be something bigger and badder than you.
Yes, it feels that way for sure. That's the best way I would.
It should only be by level 20. Do you feel like that you are indeed powerful?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what we're gonna be changing.
Am I going to show up in the
like-
campaign? That assumes they can find me.
That is true. He is technically on the map. It is.
What I'm going for in my
there
campaign is I want people to stop looking at their character sheets and start thinking outside the box and see what they can do by using player skill, not character abilities. You have a group of skilled, present, and amazing players here, and you don't need to run the kind of campaign that I'm doing. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, I like your campaign out, so I'll say that. It just got to get there. It
No,
just needs time.
and yeah, I would love to be a player in one of Atsu's campaigns just to get that feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every D&D game is different, and
Yeah.
they're
Precisely.
all so good.
Precisely. But yeah,
Back when I used to
I
DM a bunch.
I always because we already know that Wizards of the Coast has a broken challenge rating.
Yep, that does. It doesn't make sense
I
at
always-
all.
CR is a waste of your time.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
here's the
So-
thing. I always go to their website. I always build an encounter, and I don't stop adding things until it says deadly.
Yeah, that's
So-
a good way to do it. Yeah.
So here's the funny thing. I was actually playing in a first-time GM, first-time D&D GM's game the other day, and I fought a balanced encounter for the first. Well, what the D&D website says it's a balanced
Yeah, the D&D
encounter.
equivalent of a balanced encounter.
Right.
Yeah, it's level 3 party versus 12 cranium rats.
Hey, as an experienced D&D,
Hi there, as if it was
What?
bad news. No.
excuse me?
What really irks me about WotC's CR ratings is this: that is not what the designers at WotC use when they are building their own encounters, and they have never publicly released how they build encounters.
Yep. That is their natural problem, and that's why they suck.
Like, because like, I have used the Wild Mount campaign settings, and they have like level 1 to 3 builds up. So I'm just like, man, how'd you guys do it? And they're just like, I'll never tell. You won't buy our books if we tell you the. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you know the formula, you'll never have to buy one of their books ever again.
True.
And if there's anything WotC cares about, it's the money.
Yeah.
We got to have
Bunch of gits.
What you get?
Oh, them cheeky gits.
Sophie had a question for players as too. What would you say was your shining moment of awesomeness, cleverness, or coolness?
I have several answers for this.
I was gonna say we can point to Calabasters right there. That nat 20 deception.
Yeah. There's also the keel hauling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think my favorite like first shining moment was the snipe up top of the mast. Like the first session, like
Oh yeah.
right up the top of the mast, and then just sniping the first mate. Just bam!
Gone.
Feels so good. Sniping as a rogue is so much fun, and I want to do it more, and I want to do it with a gun. I already have a name for the sniper. I already have I have two names.
Just be
for
careful.
the sniper.
Me and TJ learned at the Ren Fair that guns are very loud.
They are.
Yep.
They are.
I mean,
once,
yeah.
once you fire it, they know where
Sneeze
you are.
Sneak attack.
Oh, headshot.
I mean, the first one will always be a sneak attack. Just don't expect the second or third one.
Don't expect anyone to
Yeah.
not see you after that.
A gun with bullet time.
I mean, that's the best part. That's why you do gun, then hide action, and then you move.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, like a sniper would.
Exactly.
You know,
The
like,
sniper's
like
not
like
the
a
once
good
it's just
sniper.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
Always hit
Oh
the
my
first time.
gosh.
Always hit the first time.
Yeah,
But-
I've
never
already
miss.
got
That's the key.
names.
What?
I've already got names for each of the kind of guns that I would want Payne to have. I haven't decided on like one in particular, but I've got two for a potential sniper rifle. And I'm not gonna say what they are. But,
Spoilers. Yeah.
but what I will say is I will give you guys a hint. There are some practices when it came to the mentally ill and treating those who were mentally ill that are
Oh,
absolutely illegal now.
I think I know, but
Yeah. Yep. And it's more than just the ones that you're currently thinking of.
Mhm.
But you know what? Just consider that, and do a little bit of research, do a little bit of guessing. I won't.
And you might be able to narrow it down.
You might be able to narrow it down. You might be able to give me some other ideas. I still have it just written down, just right here. So I mean, you know, my notes are ready.
nice sniping. The clutch moment.
Yes.
So, for me, well, obviously we just had the Basilisk kill.
Yep.
Yes.
We also had the carriage, but my most proud moment, talking down Camelot.
Walking
Yes.
down Camelot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big turning
Very
point.
surprised.
That could have
We wouldn't
ended.
have been able to do it without Torah.
Yeah, that could have ended very easily with just Camelot be gone and just another chalked up kill for the team. But no,
Mhm.
Yep.
you pressed on. You kept the conversation going in mid combat as you're fighting her, and eventually calm her down. Like
Yeah.
that was
She
one of
was
those
hungry.
moments where I'm just like, okay, they've earned it.
Hey, sometimes combat isn't the way to do it. Talking is just as effective as killing.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it.
No,
I-
so I don't think you would.
For Joust, it's definitely been hard to pick a favorite moment. Basically, but I really definitely felt that's where in that fight with the Basilisk, that one time where it's just like, wow, Joust kind of did this turning point moment where he's just like he's in the zone, and it's basically everyone's like, what's he doing? He's beginning to believe, like that kind of like just like like just like it's just like, when will Yuna stop dancing? And Joust is just like there, like doing the dance. Like, my God, he dances to the turning of the world. It was really like Joust is just like a shining moment. Like it's literally the Neo moment where it's like, get up, Joust, get up.
My God, it's Jason Joust.
Yeah, is that moment of that, but just every time. That moment when Joust just gets like slobber knockered, like he's just like, and it's like natural. He's like, and I'm back up. It's like, I didn't hear no bell, you son of a bitch. Like getting back up,
I mean,
why won't you die? And he's like, bitch, I'm too busy to die. Get back up, like why won't you die?
I don't have time to die.
Sorry, I don't have time to die. I have a plane to catch. Like, what? Like, just stupid things like that.
The fuck's a plane dead?
Book the plane, shoot him, Pain, bam! Shoot him in the face. Like, good thing I have gun. Don't worry, I'll beat you with friendship. And this gun, Pain found. Bam!
Stole my fucking gun, asshole!
How about you, Alafi?
This is gonna be an interesting one, but some of my most favorite moments are, in fact, all of my favorite moments are gonna be combat related because at the end of the day, I'm still kind of a power gamer.
Yeah,
I am here to feel strong.
You may be the one show pony of just like, hey, guess what I'm about to do? Are you gonna punch? I'm gonna punch. The times you do, incredible.
Oh,
and
boy,
hilariously, my favorite moment isn't even a turn I dealt a lot of damage. One of my favorite moments was against the troglodytes.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one round where it was like 4 of them swinging at me. And
then everybody's walking away. It's like, you can handle it.
Don't worry, you got this.
You guys are taking care of one flank while Olafi is single-handedly holding a choke point, like...
And dodging
Try and
every
hit me.
single shot. Like,
Even
I
with
remember
disadvantage, you're still
vividly, like,
smacking 'em down.
throwing 4 throws at you and you getting missed by every single troglodyte.
It was a 4-day that day, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But
And
I remember we have that clip
the
still. Yeah,
other
that's
moments,
great.
of course, is, hilariously, this guy keeps popping up. Alabaster? Specifically-
Calabaster.
When he was, when we were doing the little chase scene, and, like, he's trying to stop Elafi from chasing him. And Elafi will just keep
Keep catching up.
on him.
It-
To the point where Calabaster didn't even try to shoot Elafi at the end.
Yeah, no, he was like, I'm not beating you. I can beat them. Bang.
And that's a moment I love too, because he hits Tora. Tora, I think, got down to 2 HP from those shots,
Yeah.
and then the misfire at the end.
Yep. He lost his
Yeah.
gun.
So
Crazy.
funny.
Which
dice
I would
tell the
dare say is
story.
a most hurtful miss for me in the campaign, King Dino. I'm just like, oh, those Nat 1 misfires, man. That you have to take a turn to fix the gun.
That's the downside of firearms. Like, oh.
Like, listen, firearms are going to be very powerful in the world, but they're still a learning mechanism.
Yeah.
They have their kinks to them.
There's no semi-automatics like submachine guns just lying around. Like,
Any other specific moments popping in your head, TJ?
The moments I love the most are when the dice tell the correct story.
yeah.
Yes.
It's 'cause, okay, now it's just down to fate, and sometimes fate decides the best narrative or just knows exactly what the assignment was. Two of my favorite ones happened in the same episode, which
Ooh.
was 18 Nightshade.
Oh
Nightshade.
yeah.
And the first one was when me and Drana were trying to steal clothes for Pain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lamar.
Thanks, by the way.
all
And
those poor drunken souls.
They'll get over it.
Guy wakes up. Where's my pants? Oh, not again.
You know, but that leads into the party and the dance with Pain,
Oh yeah.
where the dice decided Pain's gonna roll an 8 and fumble their way through this dance. Tora's gonna roll a nat 20. And look like he's on Dancing with the Stars.
What's
He
really
reminds-
funny?
Oh.
Sorry.
No, go
No,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so what's really funny about that is right after Drana asks Camelot to dance, and I get like 3 20s in a row. Just what?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I was gonna say it reminded me a lot of the Malcolm in the Middle where she thinks she's dancing well, and it shows a video of her just like barely fumbling around, like everyone ever the dance instructors like that. I'm like, yeah, that was Pain and Tora right there. Just like, I don't dance, just stand with me, jeez, just follow my
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah,
The dance between Tora and Pain was just absolutely adorable. It was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. Speaking of times where the dice told the story, what was your most hurtful critical miss? What was your most hurtful nat 1 moments?
Oh God.
God, oh, that once.
I can totally make this deck, guys. I can totally
we
make
try
this.
to forget the nat 1s here, man.
It's fine.
Mhm.
I can totally make this deck save, guys. It's fine. I'm a natural at this nat 1. Fuck.
Yep.
I can tell you the most hurtful one from your perspective, but not mine.
now I'm curious.
Mhm.
I'll tell you, it's back in Falling Fire,
Mhm.
where you're trying to trick the saint into your true intentions at the mines.
Oh yeah, that could have gone
Wait.
so much better.
Oh, hold on, did we roll a 1 there though? I don't think that was a critical miss. I think
I think it was when we convinced him when he was just insighting as we were leaving or something like that. I was somewhere right before, like in the outside thing. We rolled a nat 1, yeah.
Listen, when you're climbing
Yeah.
out windows to avoid a guy, I think something
that
messed
was
up.
back in Iron Edge. That was back in Iron Edge, all the way back there
Iron
at
Edge,
the beginning
yeah.
of the campaign when we were just
Second
like,
or third episode, some of that.
yeah. We had just gotten Camelot, and we had basically like been trying to make our way out of the city as discreetly as possible.
It's when we
And
were
this-
leaving the inn. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, and the goody two shoes
Yeah.
was just literally staying right downstairs.
And we went. You guys climbed out the window, and we left. Yeah.
Yep. So
left the
Being
cart,
sneaky
which
kid.
was stupid. We had a second cart,
It was
and we just left it there.
it was one of those
Yeah.
turning moments where like me and Dark were just like, you guys aren't the good guys, are you?
We aren't the good guys. That's for
but
sure.
we're not the bad guys either.
Just
Actually, define good.
Yeah, exactly.
not self-serving assholes.
Are we really self-serving
Wait,
if
wait,
we're
wait.
helping somebody
That is-
escape a place that they're in danger of?
I mean, I'm perfectly open about this. Tora's in it for his own amusement. Like this is all comedy.
You literally took someone else's caravan and disguised yourselves as the Cobalt Express making their delivery
Yeah. Yep.
instead
That
of
may or may not have been the most
just
friendly
being
thing.
like, hey,
They died.
they
No,
died.
we
Their stuff
told
is.
them that. We told them that.
No,
You didn't.
not
You
really.
didn't tell the Saints
Here's
that.
the thing. Yeah, Scar. You have to remember that we were wishy-washy as a party because some of us were like, "Why don't we just tell them exactly what happened?" Some were like, "But we could get more money."
Yeah, and somebody was says, "Well, we got to have money."
But then you also need to remember you have one of the 2 undeads in your party talking to him.
Mhm.
And I would say Joust is not good or evil. He literally is just like, I'm just a guy. I don't understand what is good, what is bad. I don't know. I am baby. I do not understand. It's like it's like, trying to say, oh, is that toddler good or bad? Like, well, I don't know. He's just a baby. Like, he's a baby with a wig on.
I
you
know,
know?
I know. That's a pretty evil baby.
An evil baby. That evil
That's
baby's
the
got a
evil baby
sword.
right there.
Look. The Dungeon Master's Guide says this is a chaotic, evil creature, so the baby must be evil.
Yeah. Satan baby. Oh no.
Soul Seth wanted to know any more DM wisdom to help other DMs. Oh boy.
Oh, I got
So-
so
Solsith is actually a really good DM. He's my DM.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
There you go.
You never
Yeah, the
have
baby
to.
has the mustache goatee combo. It's got to be evil. That's
My
for sure.
wisdom would be, you never have to build a campaign further than what the players intend to do. Don't go out of your way to build the entire world in one night. Just
Right.
work with the immediate area that a player's party is in and just flesh it out. If you go into this being like, I'm gonna build the whole world and it's gonna be their little sandbox, they can go here where I built this and they can go there where I built that. No.
You will burn yourself out.
You will burn yourself. You will explode. You will become resentful, and it is just not a fun thing. That is essentially how the first time I built this campaign failed, is because I was too ambitious with everything I was trying to build. And it ended up being like, oh wait, they went that way. I wasn't prepared to build that way. Okay, don't worry. I'll just build this and this and this, and then it's just like
that it goes exactly with what I was gonna say. Like literally, no one will know how much work you put into it. You could do all this stuff in it. They are gonna have fun either way, as long as you feel comfortable with that. Take it slow.
like
You can make shit up. No one's gonna know the difference. I'll tell you that. They're gonna be like, "That was fun. You could have made that up off the top of your head."
I love seeing the meme that kind of goes around where it's just like, oh, I built this castle and they're gonna go this way to do it. It's just like, we're gonna go the opposite way. You as the DM have to be like, all right, the castle is now where they're going.
Yeah,
They'll never know. They'll never know, and they'll still have a good time.
Yeah, like
Like-
no one's gonna know if they get railroaded or anything. You just have to, if you make it up, as long as they have fun, that's the important thing. You could do all this work and not see 90% of it. As it's just when you overwork yourself.
I wanted
and
them
then
to
you
go
get
left,
mad.
but instead they went to Taco Bell. Well, guess what? Now your left is the Taco Bell.
Guess what? The Taco Bell was the big bad guy all along.
Mhm.
Spoilers, it wasn't Steve the cashier, it was Zagthor the foul.
It really is a matter of just rolling with the punches. Like, you are
Yeah.
just telling the story of what the players want to do.
You are the reactive guy in that, and you roll with the punches, even if you're like, damn, I didn't plan for that. Okay, well, the Harpy's Nest is actually not that way. It's in the way of the path they went. Oh, look at that. It
And-
went down this way. Move it along.
I
Shift the room around.
I do also like to say that sometimes the best ideas come from when the players don't know when to shut their mouths.
That is true.
Yeah.
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 I know me and TJ have a player on our Monday game who will not stop flapping his mouth, and I will admit, when he does that, sometimes I do take notes. Because sometimes his ideas are way better than mine.
It's the Stonecutter's Lenny thing. Shut up.
Like some players are just like, don't put ideas in the DM's head. No, please keep putting ideas in the
No,
DM's
please
head. They
do.
might actually be good.
Oh, so how? So you have the wyvern that actually turns people into stone as the spikes hit them? Go on. No, I'm interested. Is it writing that down? No, that down. Start that.
You come across a werewolf. Oh my god, the warehouse is a wolf now? Yes, now it's a
It is
werewolf.
now. Is it a warehouse?
It is now. Roll for
initiative.
initiative.
It is now. The gazebo's alive.
Gazebo! Ah!
To quote SpongeBob, write that down, Exactly.
Yeah, write that down. Yeah, it's always, you learn a lot more from your players than they can. I mean, they can learn from you, but I've had so many games where they're just like, oh, this and that, and I'm just like, now I've DM'd so much that I can just make it off the top of my head as I go on, and we have fun in the games. But it's like, wow, that is a good idea. I gotta write that like general. I'll keep it in the ballpark, but that's really good.
Also-
you're onto
So
something there.
Guys,
Hmm.
I'm going to drop this in the general, because Monster King has cracked the code.
Oh.
Monster King has cracked the code on the whiskey that I used to use as a reference for Payne's name.
Oh.
Also,
So
another wisdom I would give is listen to more music.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
I
that'll
second
give
this.
you ideas. That'll
This
give
is
you
what
so
this
many
is what I do when I create my characters.
Lots of inspiration can be found from like interpreting and reading the lyrics of songs and just like getting a feel for music. Also, yes, Von Payne Black. Oh my god, that is the edgiest
It
freaking
is
bottle I've
so
ever seen.
edgy.
I remember
my
when you showed
God.
me that.
The
I
only-
remember
Yep.
when you showed me that.
Everyone, show everyone the liquor that I
Von
only
Payne
one-
whiskey.
The only
Yeah,
one that
show
could make that
everyone.
more edgy is that it's in a skull. Like that's the only way it'd be more edgy.
I'm not gonna go for the freaking skull vodka. Absolutely not. No, that's just no. That's
Ultimate
too cringe.
Banana Boy, thank you for the follow.
Hooray. And yes, want to say once again, we really are thankful that for everybody, just with all the support even and showing up every week. It's so great. I just want to say that I love all you guys.
I got 2 more questions on this list.
Ooh.
I think this is a sort of play on some of the last stuff. How long did it take everyone to think of their characters, not even actually put them onto paper and stat them, just the characters?
My character was literally Vicar Amelia from fucking Bloodborne.
Yep.
Just straight up, originally, that's what they were.
I had the feeling, but I didn't want to say it.
that is a good thing to be inspired by, though.
It's a great pick, great poll.
It took me a while to settle on the whole thing for Pain. The only thing that I'm missing is a motif, because that's what everyone else has to an extent. Like, Drana has got the dwarven aesthetic as well as Alafi, but also with a bit of like ghost like shenaniganeries going on. Joust is literally like fey magic and music mixed together. Tora is a magician with a whole freaking like wild card kind of motif going on. Pain's still trying to figure out who he is, and I think that's kind of like the fun part, is that I have him kind of incomplete.
So would you say when it says it takes you how long to think your character's still not thought up of yet?
Well,
It's a work in progress.
This is basically an exception to the rule for my character creation. When it came to Ophelia, I knew exactly the kind of character that I wanted to play.
Us can get hugged.
With Ophelia, I wanted to play a dainty princess like tragic heroine kind of character. With Pain, I wanted to have somebody that was still a tragic character, but more so of just some like small like differences between the two to really set them apart. So with that, I was kind of struggling a little bit, and I thought like, okay, so if I really want to play up the amnesia trope, just leave that to the DM. Let him figure it out.
Oh, I figured it out. Wait.
I know you have. I've told you my theory on what it is that I believe that might be going on. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil it for the audience here. But like,
Well, he has taken your consideration and chose to ignore it.
So
don't go Matt Pat on me.
Yeah.
So the funny thing about that is, I think all of us had a prediction at the beginning of the game what happened to Pain.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mine
Actually-
is still almost spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have been like 4 for 4
Yeah.
so far there, Drana. I'm like, wow, you have checked all your boxes. You have it in the pool. You are closest to the win right here.
If we ever do a freaking AMA like this again, I would love to kind of come back to this question of like what everyone thought that like Pain's backstory actually was when we start getting to figuring that out.
Right. And now for Joust, this was a character thought up in the annals of the mind of maybe an 8-year-old crazy child when Eberron came around. Like, I was just like, I want to be a robot and I want to be Elvis. Like, I want... and I was an idiot. I'll say that. And even my brother was at the time like, "That's stupid. You're stupid." And I
That's
was
stupid.
like,
You're
"Whatever.
stupid. Stop being stupid.
I'm stupid. Go home. Go home.
But I like the
live here."
stupid idea. It was fun.
Yeah, and he's like, it was literally like, "You're gonna be trash, and you'll always be trash." And I was like, like, but literally, I had it like in a back burner, and this was gonna actually be kind of like a character somebody was gonna play in a Witch Lake Carnival like game I was running, and nobody played it, so I had this reactive thing, and I'm like, I could probably, and then Gob came, "Hey, you want to join this campaign?" And I was like, "Well, I have an idea," and you're like, "Uh-huh. Can you make it not that stupid?" And I was like, "I can dial it back." So it kind of came from there that I was like, we can iron this out to where it was just a meme joke, kind of like comic relief character.
Can you
would have
nerf
been
the
funny.
comedy?
Yeah, it was kept the comedy and make it so could he actually still be a viable character in the world, and it came from that, and it just been ironed out literally into a into a pretty good character I love so far. That is kind of like, I'm really interested to see how Gob was like, "Oh, you wanted the story to be kind of almost amnetic, but like we'll build it up as the game goes on." And I'm like, "Yeah," and you're like, and he's just like, "Good, like rubbing the fingers together, like, yes." And I love where it's come from, and it's just like, it's just this great little like variable that I love to see grow as a character. But like, it was initially, I'll tell you that, like just written down robot with Elvis wig. That's, I'm not gonna lie. And then I got a reactive of what it would have been in that game, and we kind of just worked out from that image what we would have, and from the great art and everything, it was a hoot. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can a bag rub their fingers? I don't even have arms.
That's
You
it.
sure
End
you do?
thought.
Well,
Wait,
well, okay.
they don't have arms, but they have fingers. Ah!
Well,
no.
no. Then they'd be Rayman.
Oh God, my nose
yeah.
itches.
Ah.
It's so funny to think we live in a timeline where Rayman came back.
Ah.
He came back eating
Yeah.
sushi off of the backside of a cartoon woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cutie.
Ah, yeah.
No, not.
Anyway,
Hey, Laffy, how long did it take to build your character?
So, as mentioned before, my character has existed before this campaign. What was fun was taking the twist on what was my previous character and making him fit this world.
Yeah.
That was the key to what was making a laughing.
Yeah, and I like to preface that with like, I like to think that I put a lot of emphasis in saying like, whatever you build, there's gonna be a place for them in my world. That's the
that
thing
was
I
true.
tried to emphasize. Just like, if you've got something, I can put it somewhere.
Yeah, we did really, like, it could be even wild as mine, and it was like, there's a place for that. I'm like, really? And you're like, oh yeah, there's a place for
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah. Oh, hi.
Anyway,
it's one of the things that I'm still like wondering, like, what did you do with the concept of Ophelia in this case? Because like
Oh, you'll.
I remember just like mentioning the whole like tale from my perspective and the whole concept of Ophelia in general, and you know, I had mentioned I liked how Ruby was able to kind of get her closure in switching from barbarian to blood hunter for her character, and you know, I liked that for her bit, and I had asked, like, you know, maybe there might be something similar that maybe we could do so that I could be able to kind of like get that same closure, and you said, I've got an idea.
anyhow,
Ain't that fun? Gotta love when the DM says, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
got an idea. You may have to repeat it 5 times to me again, but I'll have it.
I'll allow it. That's what you say. I'll allow it.
Sorry, you were going, Gerg?
Classic. Was I? Not much else to say. It's figuring out the details of how to make the subclass work with the fantasy I had in my head. Because instead of it being astral arms, full JoJo, we went with shenanigans.
Spectral.
Little, a ghostly touch, because ghostly arms makes enough sense. And it was a lot of fun to make.
Well, you can punch ghosts now.
I've been able to punch ghosts for a while now.
Now you can punch them harder.
It's true, it's true.
Yo, Alafi was just 14 when he started punching ghosts
Oh
around
my
the
god.
He ain't afraid of no ghosts.
scene.
Afraid of no bed.
How about you, TJ?
Okay, so it really depends because, like I said, like Tora came about because of what was essentially like maybe 3 days of looking up old magic shows on YouTube. Going
Behind the magic.
oh yeah, Magic Secrets Reveal was a big one.
That was a good one. I love that.
Yeah,
I would dare say that Tora's build came from the desire to have something that you weren't currently playing.
that's the thing. Is that yes, like the overall like what I built with Tora was like a few days to realize, okay, this is the type of character I want to play. And then maybe about a week to kind of hash out exactly how I wanted the backstory to work and what elements I wanted to give you to play with.
Still enjoy that letter, by
But-
the way.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. But you were right in that, like, what was the genesis of Tora was months before that. Just me, just like, okay, I'm into D&D games a week, but I'm either shooting arrows or whacking things with a hammer. And granted, both are fun, but the first major D&D player I really got that actually had some legs to it was my druid.
Yes.
Yes, from this. Yeah, now it is going back to through me and Gob's friendship. But yeah, like I always loved D&D, but like that was the first time I'd really gotten a chance to like live out a character longer than just a couple months worth of sessions or one-offs.
True.
Yeah, but like I got to the point where like, you know what? I really miss setting people on fire. Can I be a caster next?
If only
can I
my
be a
hammer could have casted things on fire.
I want to be smart again. I want to be like clever and witty. I also want to set things on fire. Because that was the thing is like, because the other thing about the other two characters, my ranger and my barbarian, was that both of them are kind of reserved personality wise. Like the ranger has his moments, and he's quirky character. And then my barbarian was more stoic. A lot of times, because the way TJ's brain is wired is with a smart ass thing to say on the tip of his tongue all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brain always looks for the thing that's gonna get a laugh.
And
So to actually have a
just playing characters that can't do that.
right. I say it as a joke, like, hey, like all the bullshit I used to joke about in game, that's all in character now. That really was what I wanted. Like I wanted a character that can quip. I wanted someone who can when Pain is drinking like the horse's blood, and I'm telling Joust, now your two best friends are together.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was great.
That of Whack-A-Mole, he wants to play Burn Them All.
Basically.
Hey, that Whack-A-Mole was the size of Gallagher's hammer, all right? It was the best Whack-A-Mole I ever played.
Yeah. So let's say Tora was like a week and a half of creation, but like months of desire.
Right.
Yeah. We all have that burning playthrough we want.
Already planned my character for season 2.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I already have an idea of what I want for season 2 as well.
Jeez, let me draw a map first. God.
Well, we're not there yet, and I've only come up with a concept. It's not even like a fully fleshed character yet.
I have a build I want to go for.
Last question we got in the nice little Twitter was from Soul Sith.
Hey.
And they ended up having to go to sleep, but they were one of the earlier ones. What's each of your least favorite monsters in Dungeons and Dragons? By the way, love your
Gibbering
campaign.
mouthers.
Dude,
Gibbering mouthers.
Really?
the gibbering mouths.
My boys.
Those were one of the first monsters I've ever encountered in D&D when I first started playing. I don't like them.
Monster team.
But yeah, the gibbering mouths, no, keep them far away from me. Let them stay down in the abyss where they belong. And let them burn in a fire far away where I can't hear them. Anyway,
So
so that's my trauma.
So I have an answer to this, but it's only because I can't take the monsters seriously.
What's
Oh.
that?
Huh?
A roving mauler.
Oh, jeez.
The cartwheel lion.
The cartwheel lion.
That's a literal like Oni kind of thing. Like, oh, get that bullshit out of here. He's just
what
like,
the,
"Hi,
what
how
the
are
hell
ya?"
is that?
He's just a goofy little guy. He's just a goofy
What
guy.
is that? And why is it wrecking my shit?
Why is he rolling around everywhere?
I just can't take it seriously. Oh,
And I
and since you don't, yeah, I just put a picture in.
Ew.
Yeah, they're stupid. They're stupid.
yeah.
That was stupid.
Just what?
Huh?
Huh.
What?
That's like in reference to one of the Ars Goetia.
Yep.
It's biblical.
Spore.
It's
bored.
it's silly. Now, I have probably
weird.
two as in my long years of D&D playing. One is of course Empyreans, because stupid unkillable freaking celestial titan things. Ugh. I don't like them because they wrecked high level campaigns because it's like a CR 23 and it's just bad news bears.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of like, why are we fighting this? And probably the thing I think are quite nasty, but I still have like a little, I hate them, but also have like secretly find them just adorable, stupid little guys. God, what were they called again? It's tongues.
Mm-hmm.
Stinky little mouth lads. I think I've grown to love them, but just like fighting them are just like, it's a mess. It's like, oh, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's horrible. But I look at him like, oh, like as a DM, I'm just like, just look at him. It's just a little guy. It's just a little guy. Like, he's just a big old hungry boy. He's just a chunky lad. But yeah, like just fighting them as a player, no, god, no. Oh, it's a mess. It's bad news.
What about you, Gerg? Least favorite monster?
Does anyone else need to talk first? I need to think longer.
I definitely know mine.
Yeah, let's go with yours.
Rakshasa.
Oh,
Don't like Rakshasa?
Look, design-wise, great. Lore-wise, amazing. But fuck them.
yeah. Rush.
They're so fun, though.
I had a wizard that couldn't get a freaking shot in him edgewise.
Yeah.
I was
It's
so
just good,
pissed
I know,
with our
Isaiah.
DM's freaking Rakshasa, who he made the final boss of our campaign. I'm a level 17 wizard. I can't lay a fucking finger on him. Why is
Sounds like you
that?
need
Because he
some
can
support
resist
spells.
up to level 6. That's a lot of spells to be able to resist, and I have a pretty good arsenal. But when you start getting me into the higher levels, fuck off. I'm wasting those spells on him.
Also,
didn't-
yeah, that mechanic sucks.
I didn't think he was so bad.
You son of a bitch. Because TJ knows. TJ's there. He was there with me in person during that whole freaking campaign where the Rakshasa shows up in my freaking character's hometown and wrecks shit up and ruins my backstory. I'm pissed. I am pissed at Rakshasas. Meanwhile, TJ over here is throwing 40 blessed daggers in a whirlwind at him, having a great time. Getting members of Critical
Fun
Role
story.
laughing at your stories. I'm just like, I'm suffering. Gob hates the kitty man. I do. Him and his
Gob is
backwards
not a furry,
hands. Fuck him. So anyway,
God, here's the problem. I really like D&D. Before my more recent stint as a player, when I say more recent, I mean like the past 7-8 years, where I've been exclusively a player. I used to be back home in my out middle of nowhere town. I was the DM.
mm-hmm.
So I've had the chance to play with all different kinds of things. I cannot think of any single monster that I specifically dislike for any, like, real reason. Every single creature can be fun to fight if used right. Every single thing can be a storytelling device. It's all
True.
so good. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I'm the same way. I there are some I don't like, but in the both contexts, I'm like, now I could see why everyone are there. Like, I mean, I fought literal treasure golems that got bigger because they got more gold near them, and it was just bigger and bigger because they hit us and took all of our gold. And we were like, why won't this thing go down? Well, it just got most of its health back because you carried all your stupid gold in the bag that got knocked open. Like, oh god, you're right. Like, and it was like, and then thinking back, like, that was a really cool monster. Like, we hated it at the time, but I'm like, you know, that actually was fun. Like, I like that. Like, you know, but it's hard to really pin like one that I hate. Like, hate.
On the treasure golem topic, I just had flashbacks of my WoW raiding days because opulence fucking sucks. Anyway.
I think I can also speak vicariously through our former fighter. He probably now hates black puddings.
Oh, black pudding.
Yeah.
Fair.
Because he almost got one shot by a group of black puddings as they kept splitting in two by his weapons.
Yeah, that's why you got a
Granted-
blunt weapon.
Granted, we were high level. That wasn't supposed to be a deadly encounter, but he made it that way.
Well, then stop hitting with the damn axe.
That is not the fighters. That is not the DM's fault. That is definitely the fighters'
who
fault.
should realize maybe if I stop hitting it with the axe, it'll stop splitting into two.
Scythe, but
Won't
who's
you
checking?
Die. It's a fun.
Same difference.
And
Well,
I
have a
know
good night,
another
Magic.
player of ours now hates the assassin tropes
Oh yeah.
of just like
Yeah.
swooping in, getting the kill, leaving without
Yeah.
giving us a
Yeah.
chance to encounter the encounter.
It's a hit and run.
Yeah, we've had a lot of hit and run encounters before in our previous playthroughs. Some of them were assassins, some of them were just wizards with lightning bolts and good feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You love a good lightning bolt.
I do love a
Oh,
good
yeah.
I mean,
lightning
if you're
bolt.
gonna
I
make
do
a
love
wizard
good
assassin,
sword
lightning bolt is the one go-to.
Ain't
Yeah,
not a
my
bad
my
idea.
druid signature was a lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nothing like a good storm cleric with that lightning bolt going on there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
TJ, did you have a least favorite?
From just thinking off the top of my head, the Odiug.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
It's a creature that literally exists to explain the answer to what does a dungeon do with all of its literal shit that
Oh
it's
my-
monsters
oh
and it
Oh my
has
god,
to
I
build up.
remember that. Yep.
Yeah, those things are nasty.
It is
but
literally the
they're-
demonic septic tank of a dungeon.
Yep.
It's literally what happens.
I was
to all
never
that,
more
like,
grossed
standard
out when our
water.
DM was describing this to us.
It's fucking nasty.
It's foul. It's
I have fought too many Odiugs to like consider them a bad monster.
I'm not saying
Same.
it's a bad monster. It's just fucking gross.
disgusting.
They are
yeah.
disgusting. That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
It's literally their thing. It's their bread and butter. That's just oh no. Oh.
That's most of the Twitter ones. The maze thing. What is the more out there character type or style you would all like to see brought into D&D in general?
So
Bring more Joust. More Joust 2024.
I mean, the fun in D&D is you can bring in just about any character type you want. There should be some way of working it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Within like different builds and different levelings, you could do a lot of different things.
Honestly, I don't know if there is any out there character types that you couldn't make in D&D.
I mean, it is limited in some capacity.
Yeah, it is, but at the same time, you can still make your out there ideas work.
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
That's the biggest
In
thing.
certain contexts, yeah, for sure, yeah.
I don't think I have a good answer for that.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to pick because I was like, all right, well, if I come up with like, literally, I have my backup character if Joust ever ends on is literally like a ripoff of
'Cause,
Poppy from League of Legends.
Because
Like,
the thing is that like ideas I have in mind have like already been. It's like The Simpsons already did it.
yeah,
It's like,
it's been
Yeah.
done.
I'll say a
It's-
type I want to see more of, and it's just like, no, you're just not looking hard enough. Here it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's literally like it's a cookbook. Oh yeah, it's been done, man.
Like, oh yeah,
And
I
it's
want
out there.
like for example, like I want more spell assassins, and it's just like Matt Mercer answered that, like, hey, we got the Volstrucker. We have literal spell assassins.
It's literally that. Yeah, it's like it's just out there. You just gotta dig. That's all it is.
The one that comes to mind for me is specifically a spellcasting style class that uses its hit points as a resource. Or like a proper Bloodmancer.
I'm pretty sure that just came out, actually.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
It's a subclass right
It's a
now. Hold
sub-
on, let me go find it.
Yeah,
It's
Blood
that's the
Cleric, I
wild
believe.
Was it Blood Cleric?
I think it might be
Blood
Blood
Cleric
Cleric.
is,
I
is
thought
a thing
Sorcerer
now.
would be like 100% the way to go.
It might be Blood Cleric, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
I want
th-
more
I think
barbarians,
it's
just
the-
more of them. Yeah,
Yeah, more barbarians. You can't go wrong with a barbarian.
like me, my.
No,
Hey, something pinnacle D&D is just a guy who's just like, all right, the party will do this, and you just like, what are you gonna do? LeBron Jenkins just jumps through the wall. and he's
Listen,
like, "Oh,
I
yeah!"
love barbarian characters. Like
Yeah.
but if
It
I didn't
just-
already have like other character ideas, like my go-to is usually the barbarian.
Yeah.
Like
If no one
sure,
will do it. I will take this cross to bear. I shall be the man.
I may never be the smartest character in the group, but boy howdy do my ideas flow like an axe.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, we need to get past this somehow. I got an idea.
I'm gonna.
Is it swing? Is it swing the axe? Is it swing your axe at them? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, you said we need to sneak by. I killed all of them, so now they can't find out about us. Like,
I mean,
that's
like-
the best stealth, there, right? Well, Gurgug, that is the best stealth. Yeah, they're all dead, and now they're not gonna alert anyone else. Yeah, it's got a point.
Like I remember vividly a barbarian character we played named Katarok the Iron Horn.
Oh.
And the dumbfounded ideas he had to like successfully wade his way through like the dungeons and traps. Like one of them was just to run really fast, and it worked.
I've done that where like there was a all through the traps. It's like, well, we don't really have any to get through it. I have one good way to do it. I'm going to rage and run straight through all of them. Wait, all of them?
Like,
Just trigger everything.
it was just like-
I should be able to live.
Yeah.
If not, just bring me back.
I literally outrun the trap to the other side of the room. I was just like, all right, it worked.
I remember I took it so much damage, and they're like, "Well, we could just use one healing on you." I'm like, "Yeah, they're so on point." And then
You know, it's
they're like,
like,
"Are you all right?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." There's a spear through my chest.
like-
I'm fine.
Like Katarok had that like voice of freaking Danny DeVito in his head. That's just like, use your head, and I took it literally.
all right.
All right, Atsu, take care. I think
Hey,
we're almost
good
done. I
night,
think we're pretty
gang.
much wrapping up here soon.
Yeah, we're right
Yeah.
on the cusp of it, I think. Yeah.
Any last minute thoughts or comments?
Got one more fun little question if y'all ain't we can't
Sure.
get much else.
Sure.
Gob touched on it briefly. What's your guys' favorite class to play?
Yep.
I don't really have one. I haven't played enough D&D to really say, but
Absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Like I've done many different classes before. I still need to play a rogue. I think if I played like the roguish archetype, I would have a good idea of like what my favorites are. But like every time I've played a caster, it's gotten frustrating. But every time I play the barbarian, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
I don't
I
have
mean-
to think. I literally don't have to take notes because that's what my character is.
I mean, I have not played much rogues. I do love playing a rogue. It's just like I've never get around it. But for me, it's just always been bard. There's something about like, listen, I don't want to fight you because if I fight you, I'm going to lose. But I can outwit you with my words.
Yeah,
And they're like,
I've
it's like,
played-
but I have
I've
the
had
power.
a lot of fun
to
with bards.
move you. It's literally like I could change the world by talking
Red.
it out, and people are like, what? Yeah,
Red, you're Vicini from
yeah.
fucking Princess Bride. Yeah.
It's literally like that. It's literally that, but it's literally Tenacious D. What about the power to move you with words?
Anyway,
Mine would be probably a tie between Warlock and a Ranger.
Ooh, Warlock.
Ooh.
I do love a fun Warlock. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say Warlock. You know what? I'm going to say Warlock purely because the fact my online persona is a Warlock.
Eldritch Blast.
I can't fuck you.
If you don't get beaten down by her fucking anchor, yeah.
Yeah,
Eldritch
buddy.
Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Can't go wrong with that when you're hitting with that charisma buff. Oh.
Have you said your favorite, Gerg?
My favorite's the monk,
Favorite's the monk.
without a doubt.
Yeah, funny enough, I have a monk that's very similar to yours.
Yeah.
A little less wise than yours, I would say, but definitely packs another punch.
I got fucking lucky.
Another
rolls, yo.
another Furbolg monk of the Open Palm. His name is Bowfist.
Ah,
I thought you were gonna say his name is
conversations
I
with
Bobo.
remember
Bowfist.
hearing this name.
Yeah, he just peel his arm back like a bow, and then bam.
And then as the kids say, tick, 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 boom.
Like he had that like Canadian drawl to him. Except like, it was another one of those situations like nomadic tribe got wrecked. The tribe had to scatter, and he found an elvish monastery.
Oh, so very similar,
And
yeah.
they learned that he punches too hard to learn any martial arts, so they were just like, yeah, you're doing good,
And they're like, we gotta get him out of here.
Like it was literally just like that
Yeah.
humoring him, just like, I want to learn how to punch good, and they're like, punches us way too hard. What do we do? Just give him the belt. Just give him the belt.
It's the Ace Ventura, like, oh
Yeah,
no, you
yeah,
got enlightened.
That's exactly what I took that from.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, monks are cool.
I love a monk. I love a monk.
You know, one of my favorite things to do while playing a monk is take it. God damn it! Whatever the feat is that gives you fighters maneuvers and then give them the pushing attack.
Yeah.
F3 or whatever it is. Yeah. Something
Yeah,
like
and then
that,
it's like 15 and then intimidating stare.
yeah. I always say if I play a monk, I really like feel what I want their style to be, and I'll build the backstory from that. Like, drunken monk. Okay, let's see. Like, kind of work the way back. Is he a fighter? Did he learn to fight while drunk? You know, kind of bring it back there. But monks are really cool too. I do love a good monk.
think any character class has the potential to be really, really interesting, just depending on how you flavor them and how you play them. I think the most fun I had was with my druid.
Right.
Now, granted, I'm having a lot of fun as a wizard,
Freaking
but
El Cabal.
oh my
Ew,
god, yeah.
Your
My-
your shillelagh was literally a busted loot.
Not a busted loot, a fake loot that was actually a club.
Ah.
Because the whole gimmick was he was impersonating a bard.
Ah.
Usually you hear usually you hear the bard impersonating other people, not the other way around. So that was interesting to watch.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was a fun little twisty bullshit character, but I love like I call a druid like a Swiss Army knife of a character because they can do a little bit of everything. Like
they are a DM. They can be a DM's worst nightmare at the higher levels. Like, oh
yeah,
you want a counter? Well, I'm gonna turn into a plesiosaur and swim past everything.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I can.
Yeah. Do you need healing? I got some healing. Do you want some buffs? I got some buffs. You want some big magic? I got some big magic. Oh, is that not enough? Okay, I'll turn into a T-Rex now.
Okay, I got a second. I got a second, if not third health pool. You got to get through. Yeah, you do. Like,
Hell yeah. This has been an amazing experience. 26 episodes in, and I only see us doing so many more.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, next year.
What are we gonna do when we hit
2024.
100?
What, 100 episodes?
Yeah.
Well, then one of us has to die.
No.
Well,
No,
I mean, maybe we
God
will get a
forbid.
player death by then. Or
Yeah.
character death, sorry. It'd be terrible if we had a player death.
Oh God, no! No, don't wish me away.
no.
I think of all the characters that could die, Elafu would be the best choice because the story would change the least.
I mean, before 100 episodes, I hope I get an editor to do a clip show.
I want a 100 episode to be like the traditional sitcom where we are stuck in a freezer and it's all clips that we just repeat. Remember that one time we had that fake sale? And it's like, that didn't happen, Jess. We're freezing to death in here.
Oh my god, hi CB.
Hey.
Brought in the
welcome to
raid.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, hello. We were just answering questions about D&D.
If we make it to episode 100, the Tarask pops up.
I'm pretty sure we'll be able to fight a Tarask at that point. Let's be real.
I mean, episode 100 at the rate we're going, maybe. Just roll anything above a 4, right? You know.
The Tarask from Tarask Tooth Bay wakes up and it just becomes Godzilla.
Gojira. That's when we get into the big
crawls out
Olmec.
of the bay one day.
That's when we all have our 5 pieces. We form Voltron, and bam! That's how we do it.
Listen, we're already trying that in our Monday group. Let's not try it again.
Yeah, please no.
Huh?
It took us so long to build our Voltron. Please, we didn't even ask for a Voltron. We just got it.
I don't know what to do with it, but now that we got to use it.
We literally have to unite the nations in order to put our combined powers into this Voltron.
Amazing.
Oh, great. So it's Voltron and Earthbound. You got everyone praying for you to win. Got it.
Okay, hear me out. Finally, final session. All the players are just in jail, and that's it.
Oh,
they finally answer for all the crimes they committed.
Oh no, it was the yeah, we didn't help somebody when they were getting robbed. All right, everyone, let's go.
Just like imagine like the first the guy you first met with the Cobalt Express is like, that's them! They ruined my business!
Oh, we ended Monty Python
like,
style.
You fucking lived?
And he's just like, I've been chasing you for so long.
I've been chasing
Now
you across all of Eos for weeks now!
And then it just interviews all the people that we messed around with. Like, yep, that's the guys that jumped out my window when they didn't pay and they left. And it's just like, oh, like all this stuff. Like, wow, we did a lot of bad things at the end. Guilty, all of you. Aw. Well, better teleport out of here, Tora. Got it. We're just all gone. Like, oh, that was easy. Good thing they
Alright,
gave
well.
us time to draw a teleport circle. You're in the jail. Drawing a piece of a chalk. Oh yeah, that's interesting.
But all right, we're actually gonna do this for technically the first time in this ever session. Who are we gonna raid?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Usually we just
Goblin
end the episode, but this time we get to raid.
Yeah, it's a little bit, isn't it?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I
Goblin
don't know.
Burrows.
Goblin Burrows,
Goblin
yeah.
Burrows.
We do like
Oh, Bob Ross is
Burrows.
streaming. Are you still alive? I guess. Yeah.
No.
What's Burrows
Let's
up
see
to?
what else we got.
Let's see.
Father Mogar's up and about. He's doing
Yeah.
Yakuza like a
Oh, they're
dragon.
doing like a dragon. I like a
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to appreciate each and every one of you
Trafalgar-
coming and following and all
Silvermane.
that.
Hello, welcome to the bakery.
Yeah. But you guys
Got
have
the
made it the
Heritage, we
best
got
Thanksgiving
Maku.
ever.
Yeah,
I'm very thankful for each and every one of you guys. I'll say that.
absolutely.
Same.
But today has been just a quiet retrospective for me. There's not really much family around, so you guys are my quasi family, and I appreciate the hell out of y'all.
Oh,
yeah.
shucks.
I guess we're just a found family because of this scheduled conflict. Nah, nah, nah.
I hate my family now.
You know what? You're all the family, Mario. No!
All right, you know what?
Now it feels like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm the uncle that just makes the really bad jokes. Like, get out of here. Get out of here.
I love the game. I love the bean. Let's go raid Father Mogar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And much like Atsu did, we're just gonna roll in there with a roll for initiative.
Yeah, buddy.
Definitely makes sense for this group.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have the gob slide as the emote.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god! Thank you all so much for being here. This is a big one. Holy cow!
That's a big right.
at all y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god! Thank you all so much for being here. Happy Thanksgiving to all you celebrating Thanksgiving. Because of Thanksgiving, I've been busting my butt at work, so this weekend I'm going to be taking a small break from streaming. We're gonna be doing Baldur's Gate 3 on Saturday, but Gerg is going to be the one streaming it this time.
I have
So-
a PC powerful enough to hold it.
You finally do,
I'm
yes.
also going to stream.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Let's
So,
go.
yeah, a little change up for that, and I'll just be resting up a bit, trying to figure out what I'm gonna be doing for December. Planning on something for our mods. We'll keep in touch with that one, but until then, thank you all so much. Keep it sweet, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Waka, waka. Hey.